I have. I've not done any cooking yet, but I am planning a new one. I'm going to be trying cherry chipotle glazed salmon.
Ooh, interesting.
That sounds good.
Thinking that sort of sweet, tart, and spicy is going to be a nice balancing factor to it. But I got to get a hold of the stuff for it because unfortunately, most of the stores near me do not stock what I need
Yeah.
because they are assholes.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Crabby D&D. I am here with my players, Beau,
Hello.
Ellie.
I might be here.
You're louder now. You're using a different mic, I take it?
No, I'm just twisting knobs and hoping for the best.
Okay. Kirv,
Jamie loves to twist knobs.
Hello.
Oh, I do.
Mortar,
Hello.
Romulus,
Hello.
and Vinny.
Hello.
And Slime is touch quiet, although that's probably because you got your mic up because you're eating, so I'm not going to adjust that volume. So,
If that was me, then no, not yet.
no, not yet. Okay.
I can...
I'll make some minor adjustments on my end, that's alright.
Cool, cool.
Chris, I need you to help me do this map at some point.
What?
I feel like it sounds like Jamie is in the room above me.
Yeah.
Like a slight echoiness.
I quit.
No!
I give up.
What if one of us dies? We need Ellie.
It's alright. I'll be playing Ellie.
Also, we
Okay.
appreciate you as a member of the team.
We care about you as an individual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What if I put
Well.
this in?
But also heal us,
Yes.
heal us, healer boy.
Bring us back when we do stupid shit. No consequences.
No
Oops.
consequences to our
I-
actions.
I may have just broke my audio. um,
Romulus gets stabbed in the night.
By Ellie. Yeah.
Mhm.
um,
At some point, I know I'm going to fuck up and call Ellie Kelly, and I'm just not looking forward to it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh, that's just unlocked a memory. Lely Kelly's.
oh, man.
Yeah, they're like cute shoes, weren't they?
Yeah. The fuck. You immediately got hit by the psychic damage of nostalgia, and now have inflicted it on everyone else.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
For
Okay,
some
now
reason-
you know what? I'm just going to start referencing old British adverts now.
I already did that the other day with the hamster in the carpet.
Weeble wobbles wibbles, but they don't fall down.
0800 00
1066.
1066. 118. 118.
Look, the 1066 ad lives in my brain rent free. So
I said you buy
How
one,
much of that
you get
is
one free.
because-
I said you buy one.
I
and
said you buy one,
free.
get one free.
Bug off.
oh man.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell, that's cursed.
So
Am I still in the room above you?
no.
No.
Okay, good. I don't know what I've done. I've apparently got 3 different headphones plugged in at the same time, so we'll find out what's going to happen.
It might just be coming through
Seems
on
like
the
an
correct
interesting
mic.
choice.
But yeah. Anyway. Welcome back, everyone. Looks as though the dungeon awaits your progress. Last session, our party of adventurers, Beau, Ellie, Kirv, Mortar, Romulus, and Vinny, followed Ezra's guidance. Having travelled from the main checkpoint to some quarters on a otherwise fairly simple journey to the training room. There you encountered a dangerous fight with not one but 2 Arc Knights, With Beau taking the worst hit out of all of you, you managed to scrape out of the situation and ended up, well, finishing your session travelling into the most dangerous of locations, the cafeteria. So, travelling through the gateway, kind of moving as quickly as you can through it, as you know that it is gated based on the fact that if there are people on the other side, you cannot travel through it. As you take your steps through and otherwise rush through to the other side, you are immediately met by a large open chamber, almost in, for lack of a better term, it seems to be split into what look to be tables and, from what you can tell, kind of a scenic look upon the kitchen itself, which off to one side is kind of a large open place for all to see. You can see that the kitchen itself is divided up into several kind of, whereas the rest of what you've seen thus far has kind of been these smooth stone tabletops, you can see these ones are metallic in nature. You note that there are what look to be several kind of boxes of some form and crates set up. You can see that there are all manner of utensils, otherwise hanging from the ceiling in otherwise a fashionable manner. And there's also, and off to one side you can see that there are what look to be two additional archways which are currently kind of glowing and seem to lead onwards, and another which is at the back of the kitchen which is currently dull. The interior of here is otherwise clean as before. The tables are all laid out in they're all circular kind of coffee table style, kind of cafe table, sorry, setups with what look to be about 4 or 5 chairs around each of them. And they are all just placed evenly throughout the room. You see there's small crystals in the middle of each of them, kind of providing a little bit of illumination. And the area itself above seems to be kind of a little bit open for potentially up to 15-20 feet in height total, but there doesn't seem to be any extra layers to this. So, what would you like to do?
We think that
Wink, wink,
something's
nudge,
gonna...
nudge.
Do we think something's going to try and kill us as soon as we go into the center of this room?
Is it boss room vibes?
Ban.
Not boss room vibes, no. I mean, it's empty and vacant of anything that you can see.
Alright. I'll leave it left for a minute. She might change loud.
Okay,
Oh, who's
before we
that talking in the
do...
background?
I had to turn it down.
I think that's Dan being spoken to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn it, Dan. Ruining the immersion.
God damn it.
Before we do more, I think Kirv will take Beau's hat back off and place it on Beau's head and sort of give him a tap on the shoulder, which is a lay on hands for 15 health, and say, it suits you better.
Thank you. Goes with the style, I know.
Mm-hmm. My horns
Thank you.
seem to get in the way.
Your horns, what? Sorry.
The horns get in the way.
Oh, sorry. I completely misheard that.
What did you think I said?
Oh, don't worry. I've had a tough week, so it could have been
Don't want
anything.
to know.
Yeah.
You need to know.
I'm not sure it's safe for for any of
Not
this.
safe for stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
Okay.
I will lean on one of the tables and start smoking.
I just healed you up, and now you're killing yourself again.
Hey, I've got iron lungs, but this body it can't take a lot.
So what's the plan?
I think I'll let the big guys go forward next time.
Right, after you, Vinny.
Everyone else has been winnowed down so far that I'm the big guy now, am I?
With a bit of humor. Right. Shall I take the front, or are we going to have a fucking rest? Just to check. I forget what our plan was on that particular front.
I don't think we technically agreed, but
one rest left, I think.
Yeah, from what I remember, there's a.
Do you have one or two? Because I don't know.
Sorry, go on.
Sorry, I was going to say, how many rests do you have left? You used one the session before, didn't you? After the check.
We used one the session before.
The training.
I don't believe we had a rest after fighting these things.
No, but
No,
I still
not
have
after.
temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Temporary hit points will roll over.
Yeah. We've still got effects like.
Yeah, wish I had some of those left.
I have. You can have my. Oh no.
No, I'm gonna. I eat my
Sentinel
little.
Ward and stuff.
So double check. You entered the dungeon with 2 short rests available. You've already used one.
Mm-hmm, correct.
Okay, I haven't marked that down. That's on me. Okay, and so you have 1 left. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, because we have things like Sentinel Ward and such still up. I believe we figured that the next fight we were likely to encounter wasn't going to be super dangerous, but I don't recall the details.
No,
It
was Bizarra. Otherwise,
mites, weren't it?
Yes, Bizarra just went. Mostly what I'm expecting for us to go up against will be mites and maybe some overseers, but otherwise we shouldn't be dealing with. We won't be dealing with any knights anytime soon. If we get to the stasis wards, that might be a different matter, but I couldn't say for certain.
Okay, so while we've all got beneficial effects, or we're in a good shape to actually fight, it might make sense to try and push on.
I'm down for
Make
that.
the most of what we have now.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'll just play it a bit more tactical from here on out. I'll just hide.
Just to be clear, I have no rage left, so I'm significantly less competent than I was.
Yeah. I'd say we got enough to push on for at least a bit.
Beau, Vinny, and Mortar. Okay.
I will say we've also
Quick
potentially got a
question.
little bit of security in the storage room, but again, it shouldn't be a lot. The storage room has its own defenses in the matter of not anybody can use it. But it will have some minor guarding, individuals who maintain the storage room.
Sorry, I was going to say, quick question. So I have a level in fatigue.
Mhm.
How does that interact with my aura of protection?
It doesn't. You're all good.
So it would be flat rolls?
It will be flat rolls as normal, yeah. With your aura
Okay.
protection on top of it.
So, sorry, you're confusing me. Is it? Do they knock each other out?
No. So aura of protection is a flat +4. 1 point in fatigue is that your skill
Oh,
checks and
yes.
ability checks.
For some reason, I
are
thought it
affected.
was rolling with advantage, which I haven't been doing. But okay, got it.
It's okay.
So no interaction, but I understand where you're coming from. It's
Yep.
long and short of it, I believe.
Yep. I'm also automatically adding it to your saving throws, so you don't have to add it manually. There you go.
Fabulous.
Right. I'm all for going on. Looks notebook. I kind of maybe slightly lost track of the mapping. I don't really know what's going on there, but it's all good.
Are we gonna get lost down here?
Probably. My map has descended into
Almost
anarchy.
certainly.
I can't remember what rooms are what.
I am suddenly feeling very claustrophobic.
I might need more tables, Chris.
Well,
Don't worry, Kirv. Just use my everyday trick for getting over such problems. Just don't feel that way.
Ah, repression. I like your style.
Right. We're still all on board with heading to storage, right?
Yeah.
Let's, if everyone's okay with it, keep pushing on in that direction. Once we get to storage, we can take stock of how we're all doing.
That sounds reasonable to me.
All right.
all right. Let's get going then. We should be able to get there through one of the service entrances from the back of the kitchen, or we can go the long way around through orientation. Long way around is just an extra stop. It just means we have to walk to the opposite side of the hallway.
Is there a benefit
is
to
that-
taking the long route?
I don't know how to activate the ones in the kitchen. They're always active, but from what I can see, they're not currently.
The doors.
One reason or another. The archways, and Azera points, and you can see that there's what looks to be a series of doorways behind the kitchen area. You only saw one, like main one, when you came in, but looking in, there seem to be about 3 or 4 of them. But none of them are currently lit.
Detours again. Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. I don't understand how these doors function, so I don't think I can fix them.
There might be a reason that they're disabled, but I assume we'd have to go somewhere else to find out what that is.
Maybe. I mean, I've never seen them disabled before. So I can't say for certain.
Well, I'd imagine you have, as we've established, been here a while. There may be some sort of lockdown procedure in effect, or something of the like, a low power mode, perhaps.
If that's the case, I don't know why it would affect only the cafeteria, but anyway.
It is the most important place in any building.
I suppose. So, shall we go through orientation?
Let us give it an attempt.
Seems like that's the best option.
Okay. Walking to the other side of the chamber, you hear your footsteps upon the stone as you go. The air otherwise silent and comfortable as you step across the hallway. Travelling through the doorway on the other side, you enter into that first chamber that you were in. The one with all of the desks, and you can see that the area still lies blank, but the doorway you went through initially, which led to the prison, seems to have gone dark.
Was it meant to do that?
Was what? Or you asking me, the DM?
No, I am asking him. The door we went through the first time when we met you.
Yes.
It doesn't appear to be active anymore. Was that because we upset the security, or is there just some sort of system?
Was it lit when you came in here?
believe so. Was, right?
Yeah, because we went through it.
It became lit after you were in the room for a little bit.
Oh, I started the reboot process. Update. How's the update doing? I'm gonna have a look at the update.
You can see that the bar goes up to 5% and then down to 4% again.
Huh.
Oh shit.
Okay, it was lingering around 1 when we first left here, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
So it is making progress, just not anytime soon.
No.
it's going backwards, which is a concern.
Well, you see it go
Yeah,
up
it'll
from
figure it
4 to
out.
5, and then it drops back down to 4 again.
So it seems to sort of be idling there rather than necessarily degrading.
Yes. Almost like it's trying to update, but then can't. It's stuck on something.
Okay, no, I can't make that joke. Romulus is trying to update the system, but the clap of his ass cheeks keeps disturbing the broadband.
What?
No.
Oh my god.
See, Romulus never needed an anti-magic weapon. He already has one.
Fucking hell.
So I'm not sure how you're able to get through that door, but I mean, we're heading through this one anyway, and gestures towards the technician one, which I believe you have the name for.
The technician one.
It was the Arcano-Mechanical, I think, or Techno-Mechanical. I can't remember which one I called it.
Try new Arcanotech.
Look, I that was one of the back wall ones, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be buggered if I remember.
Oh no, this one's maintenance. Sorry, that's where this one goes.
Maintenance. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maintenance. But I went a bit nuts there.
As you head through this archway into the one beyond, you are immediately greeted by a very well lit, kind of smaller area, a number of desks to one side, and what looks to be some form of kind of long desk, or almost like a bar that's set up along with what looks to be a wall of force in one section. As you enter the room, you immediately take in the fact that there are what look to be constructs in this room. But as it stands, they don't seem to be active as it stands. They are just stationary.
Maybe they came for maintenance and haven't been fixed? We can hope.
I mean, maybe. Let me give you a quick visual.
Yeah, I don't. My brain is trying to. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
There's Azera. Azera's there. So Azera will probably be leading the way. Azera's here. I'll let you place yourselves accordingly where you would like to be. But I'll, for the time being, just chuck everybody in so you know where you are in the room. And so that you know what you can see, I need 2 of these. One is there, one is there. And you can see what looks to be a glass sphere that would be in, which, as you know from previous notions, would be an area for an overseer to be.
to go and poke it.
Are the constructs completely motionless?
By the looks of it, yeah.
Okay.
Their swords are sheathed, and they just have their hands to their side. Kind of straight backed, hands to side, not really doing anything.
Maybe we can just walk straight through.
Possibly.
I mean, maybe.
But Mortar is.
Well, I don't know. He's moved
off.
up, and we can't hear him if he's talking. No? No mortar?
I think he's probably saying, I'm going to pull out my gun and I'm going to shoot it in the head. Oh, sorry, I'm going to pull out my gun, do a spin, and then shoot it in the head.
That last bit's very important.
It genuinely is.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Hello.
Hello.
So will we
Yeah, I mean, upon Kirv suggesting that maybe we just walk through, Mortar will kind of step forward, seeing that everyone seems a little bit hesitant, and he's just going to kind of look at this guy right here. Oh, sorry, not that.
Yep.
Guy right here.
Mhm.
And is going to just kind of almost poke him. And poke
I
him,
meant
see if
walk
he
through
reacts.
without touching anything.
Okay. You poke him. You watch as the construct is poked before its head just turns towards Mortar. And you
High-five him.
otherwise hear, "Can I assist you?"
Oh.
Yeah, what's on the menu?
The cafeteria is back that way. And gestures behind you.
Oh, cool. What's over that way?
Are you just gesturing to the area beyond?
Yeah.
Yeah, this bit.
The walkthrough. If you wish to register items for maintenance, you may do so here or at the other station with a representative.
Which way are we going?
I guess we keep going on, but there are rooms here.
What about over? What's over here? What's over this way?
That is for individuals with access.
Oh, okay.
Ellie, do you want to
Access? I can see if I have access.
well,
gotta
you have one of
get
the
one.
chain thingies, so I would assume that would count.
Access.
As you step around this way and you get to here, there's an immediate sound of kind of metal being drawn, and the words,
Shit.
"You are not permitted behind there, please leave."
Yeah.
Someone's shy.
Apparently, I don't think
Which
I have
side?
access.
Azira, do you have any idea?
Just breaking into a room.
Well,
Access.
so I'll say
Also walks up to the door and says access.
I'll say Mortar, you make it here. Are you leaving that area, Ellie?
I guess. A step back. Okay.
Okay. So
Okay,
you make it
there.
over to here, Mortar. You say access, the door does nothing.
Also, I'll clear his throat and say it a bit louder.
Doesn't do anything.
Okay, so can I
I
see
think
where
it
this
was
voice was
last
coming from? Because it's from this
That one, yeah.
sentinel thingy there. Okay. Can you determine if any of us have access?
None of you have access.
how would one go about acquiring access?
Please speak to an administrator.
Can you direct me to the nearest administrator?
Points that way, the way you came.
Oh, I wonder where this
There
door
will be
goes.
plenty of administrators in the orientation room.
Please provide directions to the orientation. I feel am I being insensitive by following their
No,
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
no. This is how we should talk to all.
Please provide exact directions to orientation room.
The door behind you will take you directly to the orientation room.
That's where we just came from.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yes, I think
Was there
management is
anything in
running
there
on.
that looked accessy?
No, not that you could tell.
I think the management of this place is running on automatic. They might be a little out of date.
It's at this point that you see
Right.
this opens up. You see an overseer float out, followed by there's almost this immediate gleam in the eyes of the Centurions as they draw their weapons and take up a defensive stance. I would like everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Wow.
We were
What?
being so good.
And we stepped away from the door.
Yeah.
Oh,
did.
access this, you assholes! Shoot the orb.
I'm going to leave you at the top, Vinny, because I assume you got a high roll.
All right, I need to roll.
Well,
for
I
it.
do have exhaustion, so
Oh, so you have disadvantage.
it is disadvantage. So
Probably not going to change anything.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Still probably not as high as Vinny's, but you know.
So 25 on me. I need to be right back very quickly, though.
Mm-hmm.
25.
Just a casual 25 with disadvantage. Yeah.
Cheeky little shit.
So, I guess I'll ask 25 to 20 on anyone.
27 technically.
Ooh.
27. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, nice. So you two will get to decide who wants to go first.
Well, I did get a natural 20, but also
So you
you're more than
can't.
welcome to go first.
No, you
Because
go
you have
ahead,
the
man.
actual high modifier. So I'm only here because of luck. You're here because of skill.
Exactly, so I'll let you go first. Because there was definitely no skill involved.
All right. Right. You said they took up defensive positions. Yes. Okay. Okay.
And Mortar, I will ask, were you actually going to be heading through that doorway or no?
God.
He was looking down the door to see what was headed down there. His intention was to go through, kind of dependent on what happened behind him.
So this is one of the magical doors. This will take you to a completely new room.
Oh, okay, right. So I couldn't have seen through it.
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then knowing that, then I would stay.
Okay. 20 to 15.
17.
17.
Oh,
17. Ellie?
I'm happy for Mortar to go first.
10.
I don't actually have much I can do, to be honest. So I reckon maybe you going first might be the better call, to be honest.
Okay.
Azera
Yeah,
got
I'm running out of resources.
a
pretty quick.
7. Unfortunately for Azera, anyway. And surprisingly, that didn't go too badly for them. Okay. Well, let's get this started with some general combat music, shall we?
Kirv
Ooh,
and
general
Mortar,
combat
Kirv and
music.
Mortar will swap positions on the initiative.
Everybody salute General combat music.
So, top of the round, Romulus or Beau. The Centurions take up a defensive position in this manner. You see their swords are drawn. The Overmind is otherwise ahead of them and seems to have registered your presence.
Okay. Okay. If you're happy with me going first, Beau,
Go for it, man.
is that one move or two? Because of people being in the way. I just got to check.
Because they're allies and because it's the first turn, I'm fine with it being 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is this possible to get here? I believe so.
Yes. So
I have-
1, 2, 3,
okay.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's fine.
Lovely. Now, these things float in the air, yes?
Yes, they do.
About 5, 6 foot up?
Sometimes not even that. It's usually between 3 and 5 feet.
Okay. Is there a chance of me using my longer reach weapon to essentially feint to make this person think I'm going to hit them so they dodge out of the way so that I can cleanly hit this one? I'm trying to get that flanking bonus. It's fine if not.
I'll allow the flanking bonus. That's fine, because Ellie is there, so that should be fine.
She's big.
But if you want to give them some cover or something like that, that's very reasonable.
I'd probably say because the Centurions are designed to be defensive, they would try and absorb the blow, so I would say that it will have half cover. So
Okay,
that will
that's
cancel out, so it'll
reasonable.
be a +2 instead of a +4 on the to hit.
No, that's so fair. That's so fair. Right. In that case, I am going to. I'm just going to Romulus it. So I'm going to be first attack going directly. Both attacks are going to be aiming for this thing.
The Overmind. Okay.
Yep. I will be recklessing. I will be great weapon mastering.
Okay. Good for
So
the
I believe
attack.
overall this should end up having a +8 to it.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, that's depressing.
Azera is going to allow you to reroll one of those dice as a reaction.
Thank you, Azera. Beautiful. That will hit.
Okay. So,
I
go ahead
cannot
and
imagine
reroll
a
the
world
2.
where that does not hit.
Yeah, no, that hits.
Okay, nice.
So that's a 5 and a 4.
5, 4, plus my usual. Oh God, what is it? I'm not raging at the moment, so +15.
+15. Okay. So that would be 9 plus 15, so 24 points of damage to the Overmind. First hit, bloodies it.
Nice. Attack number 2.
Go for it. Again, will hit.
If the last one was a hit, this one is a hit.
And with that, because it was more than bloody on that first hit, the second hit kills it. As you take the swing down towards it, you watch as the Overmind, as the first swing overhead, you manage to kind of cut a groove into it, and as you go to thrust the blade through into it, it otherwise hits a portion of something on the middle of the Overmind as it collapses to the ground and goes inert. At that point, both of the Centurions kind of turn your way in an offensive manner.
Okay then. I can work with this. And work with this I shall.
So you now have a bonus action still, and because you kill the creature, your
do.
Great Weapon Master allows you to make a third attack.
This is true. This is true. Well, it's going into this guy.
Okay.
Same rules as before. So except my to hit goes down by 2 because of by 4 because I don't have flanking.
Yep.
Except it actually only goes down by 2 because I was already a +2 on it. But you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
I will account for this in my rolls. That is a 22 to hit, I believe.
That will hit.
Lovely. I'll just re-roll this 2 in case it matters. I don't
Nope.
think it will. It
So
literally
that's a 5 and a
changed nothing.
3. So,
So
8 plus 15.
8 plus 15, 23.
23. Okay. Is that the red one or the green one?
That is the red one. Was my current intention.
Okay, cool.
You know,
Okay.
I just had it dodged to the side, so I think it's pretty cool to then come in with the stab.
Yep, that's fine. As you manage to take out the
Sorry,
first
guys, BRB.
Overmind, bringing the blade down into a cut, you manage to leave a bit of a gash through a portion of the metal. Okay. Beau, you're up.
Lovely stuff. All right. So how damaged does that one look? And are you good with him,
it's-
Romulus, or do you need backup?
I mean, if you could take it out, I'm not going to complain, but I can manage if you want to focus the other one. I think efficiency-wise, I would lean towards taking one out at a time, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
Depends what your skills are.
Yeah. Well, I'll move here then because I still want to kind of stay back,
Mhm.
and I'll tell Vinny and Azira to cover their ears. As I pull my guns out and go for some shots
Okay.
on
do so.
the one that Romulus is good with. I'm also going to use one of my grit points. What's the type it's called? For violent shot, so I get another die of damage.
Okay.
So that's a dirty 20.
That will
Yeah.
hit.
Nice. Alright, that is.
And it's another die of damage, so it's an extra d6, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Whoa,
Boom.
nice.
So that's 19 damage. Is it just for a shot, or is it for every shot, just in case?
I believe it's per shot, because every time you bring an enemy to 0 health, you get a grit point back, I believe.
But I have to spend a grit point to do it again.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. I'll just keep this normal then for these last 2 shots.
Okay, so...
That's a 32 to hit.
Yes, surprisingly, that does hit.
That's for 11 damage.
Okay, it is looking very badly wounded.
Oof, and that is a 15.
That-
I'm going to use my... Yeah. Oh, no. No, that's the wrong thing. Ignore me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my 2 shots.
Okay, you take your 2 shots, otherwise getting 2 clean hits into the back of this thing, as the cloak almost seems to react to try and defend against the projectiles. The first 2 puncture through and kind of hit into the back portion of its plated armor. The third and final one, as you take the shot, otherwise gets caught in the cloak and almost deflected by the arcane nature of it. Okay. Alright, next in the initiative order, Vinny, you're up.
Is Vinny back?
Apologies. Yes, I am. 1, 2, 3. Move over here. I'm going to try and finish it off.
Okay.
Try and slash in before it gets a chance to counterattack against Romulus. This is going to be a defensive flourish if it hits with Songwriter.
Okay. Notably, it is badly wounded, in case that changes it, but...
I want to ensure that this thing goes down.
Okay. Cool. That does hit, and that is... It's an 8 extra AC. Nice.
Probably some amount of overkill as well. That's a 5 or a...
5.
No, it's a 5.
Okay, so that's 23 plus 7, correct?
Plus 7, yes, so 30 damage.
30 damage, okay. The 11 HP Centurion goes down. As you step forward with Songwriter, in a defensive manner, you stab it through the cloak and draw it up and out, otherwise taking a quick step back as you watch as it slumps to the ground.
As with the extra movement of that, I'm going to kick off the wall. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd need to go, what? 7.
Well, you could do 6 going that way, so that would be okay. So 6, 7.
6, yeah.
Yep.
7.
8, you'd be able to
And
do.
8.
Yep.
Get here. Puts me in a good position to, with my very high AC now, try and control its movements with opportunity attacks. So I have a bonus action. I'm going to use that on this guy.
Okay, go for it.
None of that applies. I just need that.
Nice. The hit is
18.
18, just misses.
Damn, unfortunate.
As you
Yeah, this
kind
is
of dance around it, take the swing with the Sundance scimitar. You watch as it lifts its cloak, and you kind of draw the scimitar back in, trying, being cautious and making sure that it doesn't get caught in the arcane threads of the fabric.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with a big, flashy attack. Hopefully, I've drawn its attention.
Okay.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, wonderful. With that, we go to the last remaining person in the initiative order. This Centurion will take their go, and will... Yeah, he'll make 2 attacks against you, Vinny, seeing as you're the one closest to it.
Remember, you got the armadillo.
And
Yep.
a plus
So
8
base
to your
AC
AC.
Yeah, so base
plus
AC currently of 28, because I also have
defensive flourish.
Fucking incredible.
defensive flourish
So-
and Sentinel Ward. Yeah.
So the highest of those 2 attacks was a 26, which in most cases would hit. But both of them miss, and the other one was a 12. So as it makes its 2 attacks, you kind of deftly parry the blade away in kind of a very natural composure for you in a defensive manner. But it doesn't stand
Sometimes
out.
D&D is a very silly game.
Sometimes,
Yes,
yes.
this is for a brief moment. This is Vinny fighting a bit more stationary than usual,
Yes.
like engaging it and trying to keep its focus rather than dashing around all over the place.
Okay. Kirv, you're up. There is a single Centurion left.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I believe this is exactly 30 feet.
Yes, it is.
25 to 30. So I shall rush forward. Bonus action Hexblade's Curse it.
Okay.
And then we're going to hit it with our scythe.
Is this your first or second use of Hexblade's Curse?
Do they come back on a short rest? I don't remember.
Yes, they do.
Then I haven't used it since the short rest, so I have.
Did
2.
you use one during the Arknight fight, or did you use it in
I don't think I did.
Okay, then you should be fine. Then you have
Yeah.
your 2 uses.
Yeah.
Okay. You draw out the Hexblade's Curse as it begins to almost corrode the edges of the metal, the magic work beginning to be warped. And... You making 2 attacks, or...?
Yes.
Okay, go for it. Well, that is a natural 20, so go ahead and roll another set of 2d6. And do you wish to smite as well?
Yes, I would like to smite.
At what level?
Second level. So is that
will
2d8?
be 3d8.
3d8.
Okay. Well, no, because that would be doubled because it's a crit. Sorry. So 68. Go ahead. Okay. So 37 plus.
Fuck. Plus 5 slashing. Sorry, is that what you're looking for?
Yep. Okay, so that is 42 points of damage on the first hit. Okay, it's very badly wounded, and the second hit will also hit, I believe.
Uh-huh.
And that is 8 plus 5, so 13 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it is on death's door, so to say. As you kind of step up with... oh wait, hold on. Your Hexblade's Curse does bonus damage equal to your proficiency, right?
Yes, bonus equal to my efficiency.
And your proficiency should be 4
4.
at your current level. Okay, then never mind.
Mhm.
You step forward, and in that moment, kind of drawing out the Hexblade's Curse, as you take the 2 swings with Murder, the first one, kind of parrying with a smite, it cuts through a large portion of the steel before you swing round and with the other one lop off its head as it collapses to the ground.
Fuck.
And you regain some hit points, I believe, from Hexblade's Curse.
I'm on 4 hit points, so
Then never mind.
yeah, never mind.
Okay. So, combat is seemingly over.
Okay.
I'm getting
Access.
so sick of these robots.
Did you say access?
Hey,
Nothing
look on the bright
happens.
side. We did very well.
I'm gonna see if I can get in this door.
I hate the biologically challenged.
You
What
don't
kind of statement is that?
saying access. It doesn't seem to open.
Okay. All right. I'm looking to see if there's like an access port. I'm not just screaming access.
Okay.
No, I am. But I am aware that there are rings
Okay.
and things that you have to.
Okay. You can see that there is a ring on the door itself.
Cool. I will say Chania it. Does it respond?
No.
Huh.
So Chania otherwise melds with it and is then pushed back out.
Oh well, no access.
Any ideas, Azira?
I mean, I might be able to access it after I've got Isabel, but otherwise I'm not certain, I'm afraid.
I think my way
Okay.
to stop corruption and evil things, not open doors.
Well, by the looks of it, I imagine it's an Inquisitor's seal, so on these lower platforms you would need an administrator access in order to actually access anything. You'll be able to access the basic things that a Inquisitor could, but they don't get access to everything simply because they're of a higher rank. This is too lively for...
Okay. Well, then
No.
I'm just gonna assume I can't access this one either. I'm gonna try anyway.
There we go. You go to place Sochania into that one, and the door opens.
Oh, sweet. Sofas.
You
Guys,
look
I found
inside.
sofas.
You look inside of this chamber, and you can see what looks to be some form of kind of break room, almost. You see that there's a bookshelf off to one side. There's what seems to be a notice board off to the side, where there are currently memos written in a language you can't understand. And you can see that there are some sofas, a simple table, and what looks to be a desk with some form of sigil on it, like the ones you had seen in this other room and in the front area. Some form of setup.
Is there stuff on these tables in here?
Yeah, you could see them through the walls of force.
Okay. Okay. Can I open that door?
You cannot walk through walls of force, but I'm sorry, but you do not possess that ability.
Sorry, yeah, my bad. I
That's all right.
completely missed
just,
that.
just making sure that it was set in stone that that's what that was. Okay.
So out of it, he just walks into a wall.
He just walks into the
Yeah.
wall. Boom. Ah.
I need a drink.
You place
Nice.
Sochania into this doorway, and the door opens.
Oh, yeah, baby. What we got going on in here?
Roll me an investigation check.
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay. Oh, poop. There's still plus 8.
8, so 14.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking around the room, you can see what looks to be a chest of some form with what looks to be books and ledgers in it. You also see what looks to be kind of these almost spare crystals on the middle of the table, although they are dull at this current time. You see 3 potions that are otherwise atop the central table. What looks to be some kind of bag or satchel filled with scrolls of some form. And on one of the tables you can see another potion and what looks to be a ring in the center of a magical circle.
I'm gonna call out for Ezira.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Azera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes?
So,
Azera will talk to you
questions?
from the other side of the wall of force, because you
Oh,
can speak through
fair.
them, so... yeah.
Okay. Questions. This ring, if I take it, is this a problem? These potions, what are they, if you know? I don't know.
I mean, blue potions are typically tied to otherwise the weave, as with the red one, I imagine it's some form of restorative tonic. If the ring is in the circle, that means it's probably unfinished. So I don't know if... If you remove it, it might lose whatever enchantment is remaining on it. It's also possible that you might just be able to keep the ring, but I don't know if it will have an enchantment on it, or if you might be able to finish it.
Okay. Well, I will nab the ring. I might be able to finish it at a later date. I'll grab the potions and the roll bag and have a look in the chest.
Okay.
If anyone else wants to come in and have a look, by all means. The doors are open.
Okay.
Do you want to steal your
No.
thunder?
We just want to stand outside and stare at you.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well,
Stop staring at me. It's awkward.
that's probably wise.
Um,
Ellie, please go ahead and roll me a charisma saving throw.
Oh.
I don't suppose I
Funny.
could.
Nope.
I could.
You sat on a sofa.
I did.
I
There.
can see.
Okay.
I can see Ellie, right?
Yes, and this is a magical effect behind the wall of force. So there's nothing
Okay.
you can do to interact with this.
So it's not an attack.
No, this is a charisma
I get-
save.
Do I
Worth a
get
try.
my reaction? Can I finally use my headphones?
Yeah, I'll allow you to use a charge of your headphones to add a bonus d6 to this.
Yes. 4. Okay, so I've got +8. Oh, good lord.
Did you roll one of these, or did you roll a
16.
d6?
D6.
D6 are the white ones.
Yeah, 4.
Oh, okay.
The
that
one
was
you're
the one you
holding is-
rolled. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a total of
16.
16. Okay. If you could make a concentration check with disadvantage for me, please.
Ugh. Ugh.
I rolled well. Okay.
Ugh. I don't even know if I've used my Tides of Chaos.
Hmm?
I don't even know if I've used my Tides of Chaos.
Is that a natural one?
Yeah.
Well,
Ooh.
you take 41 points of force damage as you attempt to, as you go to reach for the ring. The magical circle rebukes you, and you feel it otherwise burn up and inside of your skin as the rest of you kind of hear Ellie scream in this moment as you watch as where it is, her arm or the tentacles where the creature is, you watch as it begins to burn, sizzle, and smoke along the portions of her arm as if it's burning it away. And with the natural one, you drop whatever that concentration is.
That's the elementals.
So all the armadillos go bye-bye.
No.
Okay.
Who else had an armadillo? Beau did.
Okay. I found a way to defeat the creature. I'm not gonna take the. I'll just take the
Alright.
potions and the scroll thing.
You
Okay.
alright in here?
Yeah, that ring doesn't like to be touched. I don't know if it's just like me, or it just doesn't want to be touched. Who knows?
Okay, well, attempted theft then onto the crimes of Ellie.
Ah, no!
Ah.
No! Cat! The crimes of cat.
Nope,
that
crimes
was
of Ellie this
specifically
time.
Nope, this one is officially Ellie.
I'm so proud of you, Ellie.
God.
Crimes of Ellie.
It's a lie.
Attempted theft. Only stopped due to damage.
I'm hoping that, obviously we've got Crimes of Cat. I'm hoping we can get some specific E-based ones for Ellie, such as Ellie's embezzling.
Yeah. Entrapment.
Ellie's entrapment, yes.
She hasn't done that yet.
Ellie's exploding.
If I'm exploding,
about-
that's not a crime. Well, it's a crime that magic did that to me.
We've
What
done
about
a lot
Ellie's
of
tax evasion.
Ooh, good, good.
yeah, we've done a lot of extrajudicial violence as well.
Ooh.
Ellie's evils, perhaps? Ellie's offences. Not quite, but it does sound good.
Okay, so you were taking the rest
All
of the
jokes
stuff.
aside for a moment, are you okay in there?
Yes. Just taking some mental damage. Don't even really understand what's going on because it's all in your head. But yeah, I'll be taking the potions and
Okay.
scrolls and.
Were you going to try and get the potion on
chest and
the
stuff?
desk you were just trying to reach for, or are you going for any of the ones on the main table?
Okay, was that on the ring? Like, was it a reaction from the Orby thingy? The ring
Seems like it, yeah.
enchantment? Okay, so the potion should be fine then, right?
Maybe. Do you want to reach for it?
Do you have the health to risk it?
Go in here and cast in Mage Hand
Okay.
on the potion.
The mage hand travels forward before stopping at the edge of the desk. It doesn't seem to be able to progress.
Ah, I'm back.
Go look at the desk. Sorry, you can
Welcome
keep
back.
it. I'll go take the ones that are in the middle.
Okay. Okay, so you take these. You haven't identified them, but you have 1 red potion and 2 blue potions.
Okay.
You can see that there are the dull crystals, and you said you were going to take the bag with the scrolls in it?
Yeah, because the scrolls could be spells, or I don't know, but
Okay.
we needed to keep moving while thing was still up.
Okay.
Oh, it's
So you-
Centaur was still up, so that's
You-
fine.
Take the satchels.
And I'll let someone else look in the chest that's probably more observant than I am.
That's not me.
Coming right up then. Oh. This chest here?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'll squat down and take a look. Be a little bit cautious seeing as what's just happened, but
Yep.
Yeah, looks probably fine. 16.
16. You, otherwise, having a look inside, you can see that there are a number of books, ledgers. As you kind of have a look, you can't necessarily understand any of the writing, but this very much looks like a commission list. The books seem to be ledgers of previous, from what you can gather, possibly orders or commissions or something of a similar nature.
Anything
Oh,
interesting, Vinny?
Looks like just record keeping, to be honest. We could
Yawn.
bring it with us. We have the ability to try and understand this
Where's
language.
Mortar
but
going?
Don't worry, I'm following him. I have literally been
Where's
following
Mortar going? Well, you don't know. Currently, only Romulus looks over, and you can see Mortar and Beau are currently wandering off on an adventure.
I'm going to make a little roll to determine my actions.
Okay. 3.
Nope. Okay. In that case, I'm just going to ignore this and let them make their own mistakes. And I'm going to come in here, fools, the lot of you. I know where the real money is, and I'm going to just start looking between the cushions on the sofa.
Roll me an investigation
That's what a
check.
3 gets me. Oh. It's really funny that is a 19.
19.
Mhm.
Of course it is.
There is not a speck of dust as you lift the pillows, as you lift the piece of the sofa, as you look down any of the creases, as you're looking
Not a
about.
single coin left. Damn.
But on a 19, you otherwise rooting
Check the
around,
sofa.
you find something, and as you otherwise pull it out, you can see that before you is a singular gold piece.
Hell yeah.
On a 20,
This place was sealed up how many years ago?
on a 20, it would have been a platinum. But
That's fair. That's fair. So how old is this gold piece? Because like, if this is like a couple hundred years old, it might be worth more than one gold piece.
this is true. As it stands, you don't know how long ago this place was sealed up. Like, from the previous dates you were given, you know that at the very least about 400, 500 years have passed, but you don't know how long that is in regards to the exact value. So it's been a while. This is one of those that it's useful because it's very interesting. It's also very cleanly cut and is a very specific shape, which, looking at it and kind of comparing it to your own coin, it seems a little bit more kind of hefty, and you suspect that there is a slight metal difference compared to modern coinage. Well, this was more modern back then, so.
Intriguing. Right, I'm going to put that away in my special little box, and we are going to get that appraised at some point.
Okay. Mortar, were you heading through this doorway?
So I'm just exploring down this little corridor a bit. Do I have a clear line of sight to what's going on down here?
You see that there is a door with a metal circle on the front of it.
Ooh. I'll turn to Beau and I'll kind of give him a cheeky grin and go, shall we? There's probably something super special on the other side of this.
I am an inquisitive person.
All right. Okay, so, all right. Mortar will change Black Scorpion into his shotgun, into Iron Thunder, and he'll cock it, and he'll like pump it. And he'll kind of give Beau like this look, and he'll be like, okay, on 3, breaching clear.
I'll draw my
If
weapons.
this backfires and
Prepare.
blows him up.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm weak as hell right now, but
Also, I had nothing, but who cares? Breaching clear, go, 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 go. Mortar is going to kick the door open as hard as he can and try to get through into this room.
this
Well,
is where the door just doesn't go.
you kick the door. Make
Yeah,
a strength
honestly.
check.
I was expecting him to shotgun it.
No. I was hoping he was going to ask for a strength check because it's not very good.
What is your strength?
I have +1, so it's better than nothing. But...
Well, sorry, this would be an athletics check. So does that make a difference?
Oh, I have no idea. Let me check.
Well, that's a 2. So,
I punch the door. I punch the door and break my toe.
as you try to kick on the door, there is a moment, Beau, as you're expecting the door to shift open before you watch as Mortar just kind of crouches behind the desk area and just begins to cradle his foot. I'm going to say, temporarily, for this and the next room, you'll have half speed. But it won't be forever.
Also, as he he is then going to swivel on his butt and shotgun the door.
Oh,
Okay. What kind of damage does it do?
It does, I think it's thunder.
Okay. You fire it off. You watch as the door shakes momentarily, but ultimately takes no damage, as you watch as glyphs kind of begin to form across the surface of it, almost absorbing the damage. You I'll say in this instance, Kirv, you're the only one who notices this. As you're looking over, you heard the loud kind of thunderous boom come from Mortar as he fired into the door, and you watch as this opens up. As an overseer emerges, and you watch as it almost flashes momentarily. What do you do?
Can I stare at it intimidatingly?
Alright. Go ahead and make me an intimidation check.
The door isn't wanting to open, man. Maybe I'm not the guy. Maybe you need to shoot it.
What's the
That
total
is a
there?
28.
28.
Damn.
It's pretty good. Okay. So, it would have advantage on this kind of thing. Just scroll up to it. Okay. That is very good on its part, but I don't think it's enough. Okay, that's a 23. As momentarily you just stare at it. It almost seems to understand that its allies within the chamber are not responding, and thus will go back into its housing for the time being.
Right. Kirv is so powerful when she's pissed off.
Okay, Beau, I need you to back up for me. Hold on, back up. I think I need a running. I need to limber
Just
up a
the
little
door,
bit.
man.
and
Open
then
it.
If you back up a little bit. No. If you back up, I can get this door. It's going to look so cool when we burst through. Whoever's in there is going to get the fright of their lives. I need you to back up, my man. Like, back up for me. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. One more.
I like to believe
thank
that
you,
me
thank
and
you.
Vinny have probably heard the shotgun
Okay.
by now.
Yeah,
Okay,
you've all
okay.
heard the shotgun. Azera's come over to kind of see
I'm-
what's going on.
I'm gonna go and watch
Yeah.
as well. It's like hugely entertaining.
Mortar full-on sprints and tries to double kick the door with both feet.
Okay, go ahead and roll me another athletics check.
Okay, let me actually see if I have anything to athletics. Okay.
Is that with a +4?
It's an
No,
athletics
it's
check.
a
No,
check, not a saving throw.
so aura of protection doesn't work on this.
Okay.
Okay, 15.
15. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you run at the door.
Mortar.
You run at the door, jump, both of your feet hit the door, and you have no purchase as you fall onto your side, onto the stone floor below you, and you feel something bruise. Nothing breaks by any means, other than maybe your pride and your ego. But in this moment, the door does not open.
I think I slipped. I think
Okay.
I think that's what it is. I just need another good running. I just need another good run up. I should be all right after this. Seriously, this is the one. I can feel it in my bones, my very bruised,
At this
broken
point-
bones.
Ellie's like, I think I saw it budge a little bit. I'm
Romulus
so
is
encouraging this
Oh.
now.
Romulus has picked something up from the previous room and is bringing it over.
Okay, so, all right. So you saw it budge.
I think so.
Okay, all right. This is the one then. Okay, so maybe not the feet. Shoulder. Okay, shoulder this time. Oh no. Wait, hold on. A technique that always works for Romulus. He always uses his head. I must use my head. All I do is run full force at it. With his head
Romulus
forward,
comes in
doing
and just
a
smacks
pseudo
Mortar
head
with
charge.
a sofa pillow.
Mortar dodges and goes for the door.
Alright, go ahead and make me another athletics check, this time using your head.
Can I make an attack roll to prevent him from braiding himself by
No, Kirv puts,
inserting pillow?
Nope.
Kirv pushes him back,
That's an 8.
pushes Romulus back and says, please, no, this is going to be the funniest shit.
You need this.
I need this, please.
I need this.
I need to watch him hurt himself. It's so important to me.
So, you got a
8.
8. Surprisingly, despite rolling twice the number of dice, you only take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. It seems you have a very thick skull.
Who would have thunk it? Mortar kind of lays there on the ground for a little bit. There's like birds swinging around his head and stuff. He's out of condition for a sec.
Can I just try and open the door normally?
That
Uh,
Step
You
over him
haven't
and...
got horns.
Yeah, you go over to the door and you inspect it. There's no door handle.
Oh, okay.
Alright. I'm gonna, like, come round and stand over Mortar. Alright, Mortar. This is an intervention. You've got a problem. We're your friends and we want to help you.
Fourth time's the charm.
Mortar kind of looks at one of the birds, which appears to be having the voice of Vinny that's floating around his head, going, "We want to help you." Mortar's like, "Shut up, little bird. You don't know my life."
I think everyone has a high enough perception, and Azera rolled low enough on his stealth when he said, in response to, "You have a problem, Mortar," I'll say.
Okay. Alright, so if we all run at the door together is what I'm hearing. The power of friendship should guide us through this. Hold on. This door doesn't have a handle. Are we sure this isn't just a wall?
No, it's a door. You go first. We'll all run behind you.
Okay.
Ellie looks at Kirv, just nods.
Oh.
Yes!
Oh, step aside, brother.
Did you ever have to deal with idiots, Azera, or
Um,
were you spared?
Behold,
Why are you saying idiot?
greatness.
There's only one person running at the door.
Oh, I don't know. You're all over there. It's hard to tell.
I mean, kind of.
Unlimited power!
I
Okay.
think we've got to just
Mortar
let
is
him get
going
it out of
to-
the system at this point.
Mortar's going to shoot the door and then he's going to try to drop.
Okay, go ahead and make me an athletics check. As you fire at the door, nothing happens. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
You thought that was my secret move, but in actual fact, I was aiming to break the door all along with my foot. Oh, okay, that's an 11.
No, you run at the door and yeah, you feel something twist. And where you were originally at half speed.
Close the door.
Oh no, I'm not going to punish you anymore. I'm just going to say you take some damage. Hold up. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you slam your foot into it.
How much do I take, sir?
3.
3.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Oh, the robots. We don't need to worry about them. Doors. Oh, buddy. Different game.
Azera kind of leans over to
Mortar's kind of
you.
breathing heavily. He kind of leans up against the wall and he goes, "Don't just stand there. There's a door in our way."
Azera leans over to Romulus and just goes, I need to go through that archway, and gestures behind where Beau is. I need to go through there. And at any point, do you think we should tell him that the walls and the doors are self-mending?
I think it's probably for the best we just let him get it out of his system, as Vinny said. However, I'm going to pick up Beau and Mortar, one in each hand, and I'm just going to pull them out.
No, I was so close. I was so close. Victory was within my grasp.
There might be some guards in here, so I would still potentially need an escort, but this should be the storage.
Okay.
I'll come in around the back.
Thank you.
Right, I'll come up front with you as well.
I believe it should be this room. Okay. 1 move the training room out of the way for now.
Now, hear me out here. In order to get through this door quicker, would I be able to drag someone in with me if I count it as difficult terrain?
At the end of the day, now that you all know the general thing is you have to keep moving to kind of get through the door, I'm fine with all of you just deploying in.
Okay, good.
In the room, yeah. So, is anybody not going through the doorway? Basically, I'm asking Mortar, are you staying behind, and is anybody staying behind to watch and or supervise?
I guess ultimately it depends. Mortar, are you staying behind? Because I will watch.
I mean, I do want to get into that room, but we need to keep moving. So yeah, I'll join you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, position yourselves
Have my fun.
accordingly around the door as you enter in.
Ooh,
So, yeah.
colours.
So, as you enter into this, chamber, you go from the kind of a little bit claustrophobic behind the kind of the desk area of the room before, into what looks to be a relatively large and open area. You can see there are plenty of crystalline braziers around here, which are otherwise emanating quite a bit of light. You can see in the center, directly ahead of you, is a pedestal with what looks to be a floating book on the top of it, and the floating book faces you the moment you come in through the door. You also see what looks to be, as you kind of quickly take in your surroundings, several bookshelves and what look to be other pedestals that are set up in the four corners of this. You also note in this moment these two sections here open up and two overseers come out. So I would like everybody to roll for initiative once again, please.
Okay.
Spaghetti,
Just with the book that rotates to face you and the bookshelves surrounding it. This feels very Minecraft based.
Ooh.
Don't say that, because now I can see that. That wasn't the intention at all, and now I'm just like, oh wait, no, it is that.
I'm consistent with my rolls, at least.
That's a pretty poor roll for me, actually.
Oh no.
31.
Oh my god.
Oh yes, apologies. I think I was wrong last week when I was discussing what my theoretical maximum is for my initiative modifier. It's not plus 19, it's plus 20.
Understood.
Oh god. Oh no.
Okay. Let me get these initiative orders sorted. Actually, you know what? This is the perfect time to take a quick break. So, while I sort out the initiative orders on my end and everybody has rolled, we'll be back.
Oh shit, I need to roll for that.
That's alright. Just remember which one you rolled and what your initiative is, and we'll get back to it in a moment. So, for those watching, we'll be back momentarily.
So, I think we need to take the orbs and put them in the circles.
I think I'll be heading to the red magical circle because red is my favorite color.
I think we're going to be summoning the power.
Are you trying to kill Mortar? Is that your intention?
Have you only
What
just
makes you think
noticed?
that the red one? What makes you think that the red one is a bad thing? Since when
It's
has
not
red
inherently
signified a bad thing?
Constantly, famously.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But it is true. It is my favorite color.
Now, hear me out. I think we make Azera deal with everything apart from the smashing of stuff. Because I'm like, we don't know this place. We don't really understand any of it. We've tried everything under the sun to determine Azera's loyalty and like helpfulness to us, and he's come back clean every time. Now that doesn't mean anything because.
Sorry, you cut out.
robot.
Yeah, you cut
Did
out,
I cut out?
and I'm just running an ad break. I'll be back in a moment. Just running an ad break. I'll be back in a moment.
What is that?
Someone engaged vacuum cleaner mode.
Yeah.
Am I back? Hello?
Yes. Hi.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, my headphones came out slightly, and I think it was having a weird fucking time. Also, the vacuum cleaner sound is my computer because, yeah,
Powered by a jet?
it's about four or 5 years old now, so that's why.
Jesus. Most of us would be like, oh, we're just going to turn our computers on. You just, I've just got to spool up my engine. Give me a minute.
BRB.
But anyhow, where was I? My trust of Azira is minimal purely because of the way that I have real legitimate PTSD from Hurricane and what happened with that in the first campaign.
Back.
Like he's planned it again.
What have I planned? What have I done? I mean, yes, of course. I account for everything. What have I done?
Nothing.
Nothing. No.
Nothing. Just talking about the ways you've made me distrust you.
Yes, you've given us a
There are plenty of those.
nice, polite NPC who has defied
Helpful.
every possible opportunity to try and betray us.
Oh, of course.
And the less suspicious he acts, the more suspicious he becomes.
Yes, of course. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Thanks. You gave your players PTSD.
Trust issues.
Not
More
the
so,
characters,
but yeah.
the players.
The players, yes.
Yeah, no, the characters were able to get their, work through their emotions through the power of incredible violence.
It works for me.
The players, on the other hand, still don't
Yeah,
trust me.
In the few years since then, we've had limited opportunities to kill people, me and Harlan. So we've still got some residual anger there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And Jamie, you were there as well. I'm very sorry.
Oh, no. The thing is, I didn't meet him to start with. So the betrayal didn't burn me as bad.
You weren't there for the whole thing. You weren't
No.
there for the consistency, the trust. Shattered.
It gives me life. Every time. The pain it causes you, it gives me years. Years of my lifespan back. So, is everybody back?
I'm back.
Yep.
Okay, sounds like we've got everyone back. So, initiative 25 to 20. Or,
22.
sorry, more than 25.
Lightning does not strike twice, I'm afraid.
Okay, so 20 to 15.
50.
16.
15 to 10.
14. Top of the middle. Below
14.
middle.
And what was that, Ellie?
10.
10 and Kirv.
7.
7. Wonderful. Okay, so top of the turn order. Beau, you're up.
Whoop. Oh. Right. Shall I just shoot these orbs?
You want to?
Hey, works for me.
Or check the
I was
book.
not. I was hoping to not go first.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess Beau will kind of slowly go towards the book, kind of just looking around at everyone, This isn't really my forte, but
If you're going to do
I
that,
do
can you
investigate
put
that,
everybody
yes.
in the correct order, please, Jamie?
Hmm?
If you're going to be stimming by rapidly moving your mouse, can you move everybody into order, please?
I don't know what the order is. I was just being really annoying.
Apparently.
Oh.
yeah, can I roll a investigation on the book, please?
On the
Or
book,
something on the book. Yeah, as I'm looking at it.
you approach the book and you can see that there's writing in the book, and as the book turns to you see that it otherwise reads in common.
Ooh.
What would you like to retrieve?
That's what it says. What would I like to retrieve?
Tactical nuke.
Oh. Oh damn. That's quite a deep question. Do I have to say it, or
No, it doesn't say it. That's just what it's written on the pages. Sorry.
that's just what's written on it? Yeah.
The fucked up thing is that we
Interesting.
can read it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Everything else has been in this weird language, isn't it? I guess I'll move here a bit further. Yeah, I'm going to shoot this orb.
Okay.
But Beau has no idea what's really going on. So I'm going to take a shot at the orb.
Okay, go for it.
Hell yeah. They've not been nice recently, so
Mm.
that's a 28.
That will hit.
Nice, and that is for 8 damage.
Okay.
Second shot for 23.
That hits.
That's for 11 damage.
Okay.
And final shot, 27 to hit.
Hits.
And that's for 13 damage.
13 damage. Okay. It is mortally wounded
Lovely.
as you take 3 quick shots into it, each bullet otherwise kind of punching through the metal casing of its exterior. It seems to almost sputter in the air for a moment.
Nice.
Okay, that's your turn.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Next in the initiative order. Both of these would actually will be this one first. You watch as from one portion, well, a number of you watch as from one portion of the room a swarm of Archmites comes otherwise barreling in and is going to make attacks against Mortar, Kirv, Terrador, and Ellie. Romulus, this does provoke Sentinel if you wish to use it, but if you wish to save it for the purposes of
Other stuff.
then that is also fair.
Let me just quickly double check the wording on Sentinel so I can determine whether it's worth doing.
I'm still going to roll my to hit against those who this is affecting, so
That's very fair.
just 24 to hit Mortar.
When I use my reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature, does that technically count as an opportunity attack?
Yes. So it would reduce their speed to 0.
Okay. And where precisely would they be? Where would they stop? Would they be on top?
That's
of
once they make
Terrador,
the
or-
attack, yeah. So they have an attack range of
Okay.
0, so they have to be in the space.
Okay. So it would allow me to attack them and stop them in place so that everyone can escape, but then they'd get it back on the next turn, so it's
Yeah.
kind of a moot point.
Yeah.
Alright, well. Worth a try.
Okay. So the attack versus Mortar was a 24. You doing anything?
Sorry, Mortar. It's Cat that I'm going to be saving a reaction for.
Okay. That is a natural 20 versus Kirv.
Okay, well, that changes things. I'm going to be using Cloud Rune and sticking that into this fella over here.
Okay. That is a 14 versus Ellie, and a 7 versus Terador.
Excellent.
Okay, so Mortar,
So
you
this
take
did work out the best it possibly could.
to a certain degree. Mortar, you take 18 points of lightning damage, and you lose your reaction.
Though you may have just healed that orb.
And with the crit, the lightning damage is going to heal the orb for...
Fuck! Forgot about that. Sorry.
Okay, there we go.
Sorry, I think we all did.
Okay, it is healed for 30 health,
Oh.
which means you have just undone what Beau did. Sorry, Beau. You watch as Romulus in this moment takes the crit from Kirv and flings it into the nearest enemy object, and as it flies across the room, the lightning otherwise channeling into the orb, you watch as bits of the metal begin to almost pop out or buff out, and your bullets just kind of ping out onto the floor.
Sorry, Beau. I just didn't want our friend to get cooked.
I just realised I was muted and I was saying, don't do the electricity thing.
Oh, that hurts. I'm so sorry.
It's alright.
If I'd known, I swear I wouldn't have.
It's alright, I forgive you for now.
Okay. So, Mortar, you're the only one who took damage.
For now.
It was 18 points overall, and you lost your reaction.
Hell yeah, thank you.
I'm
Notably,
a favourite child.
indeed. End of its go.
Also,
Vinny,
we'll
you're up.
remember this.
All right. Okay, Arcmites are a pain, but Overminds are a real problem. They're very annoying if we leave them alive too long. So I'm going to move here first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Intending to run back and reinforce the rest of the party as soon as possible, but for now I'm heading off at a sprint, jumping and slashing overhead, trying to hit this Overmind.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going to defensive flourish on this.
Okay.
Assuming it hits, just because that allows me to be more aggressive. And it's sneak attacks, because there's no one else here.
Yep. Well, that hits. It's a good defensive flourish, and you get to
Slightly off
reroll the
good
one.
number. Mm-hmm.
It's still an improvement.
Every little helps.
So it's 25 damage and +6 to your AC.
Indeed.
Okay. You take the swing versus that one. Again, as you kind of move up and take the slice against it, you do a sizable amount of damage, and it is looking badly hurt.
Okay. Yes, I'll try and take another swipe at it with my offhand attack then.
Go for it.
As a bonus action.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, what's that?
It's +11, I believe, so 18 to hit.
Darn. Okay.
Okay, I have advantage on that. No, so it's the...
So it's 3, so
3.
that's 3 plus...
It's 10 damage.
10 damage. Nice. Okay. It is looking
As
gravely
I'm
wounded.
landing and then suddenly land like directly underneath it and slash like a rainbow arc into the bottom of it before kicking off the wall and coming back to where I am. I'll stay here because that makes it hard for it to go anywhere.
Yep, that makes sense.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to move here.
Okay. End of your go. Mortar, you're up. You are currently in a swarm of Arcmites.
Sounds good, and I don't have my reaction.
You have it back now because it regenerates on your start of your turn.
Oh, okay, right. I thought that carried over.
Nope.
Okay. I guess then probably the best thing for me to do would be to move out of the Arknights.
Okay. They are going to make an attack opportunity because they are mindless, so they
Great.
just attack the first thing that moves out of their range.
That's fine.
16, does that hit?
That misses.
Okay, then they do not do anything as you otherwise move out of the range. They do not manage to land any more bites on you.
Hell yeah. In which case then, Mortar is going to take a shot at... kind of want to just kind of clear the room as we go. So I'll take a shot at the red one, the red Overmind.
Okay, which weapon?
This will be Black Scorpion.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Uh, 17.
17, that will hit. It, as a reaction, is going to use heavy metal and increase its AC by 3.
Is that a spell?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I will Mind Crackle. Actually, hold on, wait. Let me just double check I have the stuff for it. I'm pretty sure I do. I do. I have enough for one, and then that's it.
Okay, so you
Now
mind
that
crackling
void
it?
charges. I am Mind Crackling it, yes.
Okay.
To try and negate the spell.
Okay, so this does flat damage and then a single D20 roll plus your charisma mod versus a DC of 11 because heavy metal is a first level spell.
Okay, so this will be a +3. 11 + 3.
Okay, so that's enough. That counters it, and the main attack will hit. So, how much damage
What's
does
the
Mind Crackle do?
level of the spell? What's the level of the spell?
First.
Okay, so it does 1d4 of psychic damage, and then plus this. I'll roll the other attacks just while I'm here, and then I'll do it all together.
Mind Crackle should do more, shouldn't it?
I think it's 1d4 per spell level. 2 plus 11 is like 13 or something, I think.
I swear it does more than that. It does like a base amount of D4s, I'm pretty sure.
No, it does per void charge spent on this discipline. So
Yeah.
that would actually be 7.
Okay.
I thought it was per level. My bad.
No, that's right.
So yeah, so it'd be 7d4.
7d4s. Okay, and
Thank
the
you.
D8.
Does a 13 hit?
The second attack doesn't, no. Your first attack still goes through though because its AC no longer is high enough.
Okay,
So...
I'll roll my bonus. I'll roll my bonus action attack, and I'll roll the damage at once.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
And
6 plus 11 is 13.
17.
Sorry,
That hits.
17.
That hits.
Okay. Great. So this will be plus 10 on top of this.
Okay. This is all psychic.
And all of it psychic. 31 plus 10 is 41 points of psychic.
1 points of damage versus the red one. The red one goes down.
Nice.
Well
Okay.
done.
Alright, as you take the shots into it, the mind crackle goes off. It otherwise begins to short circuit as it kind of fizzles and then hits the ground.
Hell yeah. Yeah, okay, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. End of your go. Next is this one. Alchemite Squad 2 comes from the green area. As they move over, they are going to... They haven't received orders yet, so they're going to go for the clump. So, Terrador, Ellie, Romulus, and Azera. So, The attack against Azera. That's going to hit. That's a 24. Versus Ellie. That is a 23.
Hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna use shield.
Okay, you use shield. And something which you are remembering now. Their taser bite goes through shield and mage armor like effects. So, actuality, your AC currently is 13. That 23 still hits. Go ahead and roll wild magic for me. The attack versus Pterodor is a 10, and the attack versus Romulus is a 7.
I'm just going to say no.
No, please.
Zara takes quite a bit of damage there. Zara takes 17 points of damage. And Ellie, you take an abysmal amount. You only take 11 points of damage. Lightning damage, notably, and both of you lose your reaction. Although you've used yours anyway. What did you get on the wild magic?
At 5.
Yeah, you're fine. Because it was the first level. And you're not below half, are you?
Yes, by 1.
So that would be 1 plus 1 plus another 1. So no, you'd still need to have only gotten a 3 or lower. So you're fine.
Cool.
Okay. You've taken the damage?
I have taken the damage. I am bloody.
Okay. Romulus, you're up.
All right. In that case, I think first things first. I'm more inclined to deal with the overseers than I am with anything else, and I feel kind of bad about the lightning thing I did for Beau. So I'm just going to go over here. Yes, I know they'll get an attack on me. I don't particularly care.
It's a 13, they miss anyway.
I thought as much. And I'm going to turn this individual into a piece of modern art.
Okay. Go ahead and either make me your choice of 2 attacks or a charisma check. You're going to turn it into modern art.
Okay, for a second there I thought, is there some mechanic we've not been using?
No, this is fine. Go ahead and make me your
Right.
2 attacks. No, this is entirely because of the modern art check.
Okay. So I will be making use of Reckless. I will
Mhm.
also be making use of what do you call it? Great Weapon Master. These
Mhm.
things AC is fairly low, so I'm hoping to hit even though I'll only have a +6 to this attack.
Yep.
I think the 18
Hits.
will probably do it.
Yeah.
No.
So that
so
that is a 10 plus 17, isn't it?
50.
15,
not
'cause
17,
you're
I'm
not
not raging, so 15 currently.
So 10 plus 15, so 25. Okay. It is back to being very badly wounded.
Excellent. Second attack.
And that's
That
a
is
crit.
a critical hit.
Um,
So
Well, I'll tell you
let
it's
me
dead,
grab-
but go ahead and roll your bonus dice just to see what you might get. And reroll all ones and
so roll that one
twos.
and reroll that one.
So we're looking at 5, 3, and 4. So that would be
32?
yeah, plenty. Nearly doubling its remaining hit points, as this one is
Excellent.
cut clean in half. Okay. So you now have a bonus action attack you can use, which will be an auto hit.
That is true. That is true. Well, I guess I might as well go over and help out. So, smack.
Okay. Go for it.
I guess I'm just
smack.
rolling.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
damage. Yeah.
Doobie. Oh,
Nice.
that's beautiful.
12 plus
yeah,
15,
that is 27 damage.
Halved to 13 because they are resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Even when it's magical?
Yes.
It's worth a try.
So I said 13 damage, was it?
Yes, 27 half would be 13.
Yep, so they're down to that. Okay. Yeah, that's what swarms do. Okay. End of your go. Both the overseers are dead, but they would have gotten to go. Ellie, you're up.
Nice work on that team.
Cool. Yeah, I don't want to be here. There.
Okay.
Mostly because I know that a swarm must come from here and a swarm must come from here. If I go here, there's a chance there's a swarm here somewhere. Or there. I don't know. That's a little bit of a giveaway. But logic would dictate that. So, I guess I can't do anything.
No?
Well, the 2 attacking spells that I've got are explosive.
That'll be fine.
And
Yeah.
then magic missile and homing blade. All these things in here are immune to it, so.
So the explosive one's a 20-foot radius, right? So that'll be fine. Right in the middle of them. There we go. That'll catch all of them. No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Worth a try.
No.
Yeah, my
No,
intention here was to put myself in harm's way to keep everyone else safe. That backfired.
So you want to do that instead?
Oh,
So
alright,
it's
sorry, my
just-
bad. I didn't realise your intention. Yeah, no. There's literally nothing I can do at this point. So
Okay.
I am.
Taking the dodge action.
I'll take a dodge action.
All right.
Pterodor will also take the dodge action, I guess.
All right. So now the red ones go.
I
Red
bloody
ones come from
called
the
it.
yellow one.
Oh no! It's like the square thing all over again.
All right, Vinny, they're only going to attack you. That's an 8. I'm
Damn.
going to assume that doesn't
Misses.
hit. Cool.
Yeah, that misses.
Kirv.
I don't know if we know whether these things can see through magical darkness. I don't know if anyone's picked up on that.
You don't
Oh,
know.
no. If not, I'm gonna try it. So around me, I think based on my weapon, I would like to cast darkness.
Okay. So it's about that big.
15-foot radius.
Yeah, it's slightly bigger than that because it's only a 10-foot radius, so it goes out like an extra square.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Mortar, Ellie, Pterodor, the Archmites, and yourself are plunged into darkness.
Mortar's alright, just sidestepping out of it when he needs to. Yeah.
Mortar has blind sight.
Mortar has blind sight, so he'll be fine.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Ellie
fab.
and Ellie can see through
And,
that. 'cause she's
yeah, and
got-
Ellie can see. Yeah.
What was I going to say?
That's
Also, you're concentrating on
concentration.
something, so I don't know what you're losing concentration on.
I think
now,
it
over
was
darkness.
Hexblade Curse. but that's
Hexblade's
over.
Curse isn't concentration. It was something from the previous session.
Oh. Ooh. Well, I haven't been using it, so I'm sure it's fine.
That's
It-
all right.
was it fair? No, it wouldn't have been fair.
No, it was fair. You're right, because it was for them
Ah.
dropping there or to deal with the Arknights. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully, well, I guess we'll see.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an attack. And
An
you-
attack?
oh no, because you cast darkness.
mean, that was my
So
action.
that's your turn.
Yeah.
Zera is going to leave, and at this
Oh, I could
point
have fucking asked Azera.
is going to Zera is going to ask,
Oh.
do you want me to get? Are we dealing with these first, or did you want me to just try and get what I can? looking to you, Romulus.
You might as well get whatever you can as quickly as possible. The sooner you get Isabel, the sooner perhaps we can start to deal with things in the larger sense.
Okay. He nods. He's going to spend his turn going over to the book. You watch as he goes up to the book, and he begins to write in it with the tip of his finger, as he writes in Isabel, and then seems to write it in a separate language underneath. As he does so, you watch as the book almost flips to a specific page, and he taps on it before the green circle over here begins to light up. So he went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That is Azera's turn. Beau, you're up.
Oh, bloody hell, that's come on quick. Alright. Let's just take some shots at this swarm right in front of me.
Okay.
A 50? No, yeah, 15.
15 just misses.
Damn.
Well, at least you know
Attack
you,
2.
at least you know you're going to hit on pretty much everything else. That hits.
Yeah. That is a 12 damage.
12 damage.
Sorry.
Alright.
Can I forget the name. I've already made the roll, so if it's a no issue. Can I use my dragon fire rounds on these?
Yeah, I'll allow that if you want to go ahead and roll the fire damage. Just bonus d6, so it's 12 plus 1.5.
So an extra 1.
Alright.
Hey.
Looks like you were given some duff fire rounds. That's alright. That hits.
18 for the next one. That is 8 plus
8 half to 4 plus another
Yes.
1. So that's 5 points of damage. Okay, and that's
Every
your
bit counts.
last attack. Yeah. As you make the shots, doesn't matter that you're in melee, these things' attack range is still 0, so it's not a worry. As you begin to shoot, the Dragonfire rounds begin to explode and otherwise take out kind of small clumps of them at a time as you take the shots before... did you want to do anything else? Back up or anything?
I will action surge. I feel like we're close to resting, so I'm just going to use it now.
One
and
thing
go
you
for
would
it.
also know, because technically you fought these things, but you weren't here when it happened, these things do explode
Yeah.
upon reaching 0 health.
Excellent. Okay.
They're right bastards like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright, I'll take my shots and then I'll probably try and move them if I can.
Not the other way around. Okay.
Alright, let me take one more.
Okay, that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. Hello?
Hello, sorry, yeah, my earphone just died. I just plugged the other one in. Alright, so yeah,
Okay.
so that's 24 to hit.
That hits. Duh.
That's an 8.
So 4 points of that. Okay.
And then 4 fire damage.
Okay. Halved to 2. Okay. It's still alive.
I will then...
I say it. There's
Yeah.
like 3 of them at this point out of a swarm of several hundred. But yeah.
Alright, I will try and take a step back then.
Okay, that's fine. They can't attack you within that range.
Alright, cool. I'll go for another shot.
That hits.
There you go.
Don't worry about
30.
rolling damage. They are on literally 1 health.
Oh, excellent.
So you get your grip point back for 1. As you
Nice.
take the final shot against the clump of them, you watch as kind of falling to the ground, this small swarm begins to kind of glow before it kind of lets off this electrical voltaic burst around it. Romulus, go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw. You have this with advantage. The other swarm is going to choose to fail because it will be healed by the lightning, but it hasn't taken any damage yet, so it doesn't particularly matter.
Score 1 for
I'm
focus
to
fire.
roll.
Mm-hmm.
16.
16 succeeds. You take no damage because you succeeded.
Nice.
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 All right. That the end of your go, Beau, or do you have another shot? I believe you have.
I
one
have
more shot.
one more shot.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going to take a shot at the red swarm. That's going
Okay.
for Vinny.
Go for it. That hits.
It's a 31.
That
So 10
31.
damage. And then 2 fire damage.
2 fire, half to 1. So 6 damage overall.
Nice.
Okay. Cool. Taking a number of shots, taking out kind of small clumps of them, one after another. It is now the blue Archmites go. The blue Archmites are going to move here. And the blue Archmites are going to use their Static Blast ability. So I need Terrador, Ellie, Beau, and Kirv all to make, because I should move here because it would know, to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Beau as well, did you say?
Not Beau, Mortar, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
okay.
going to say, damn, that's a big area.
You both use guns. It's my excuse.
Actually, I'll use guns.
what was the save?
A gun.
What was the save, sorry?
Dexterity.
Oh, dexterity, okay.
And I rolled ass. So we'll see what happens. Oh, don't get Mortar, you would get an additional +4 to this because of Aura of Protection, although you rolled a 19, so it doesn't really matter. It's going to be through the roof.
I think that
anyway.
might have just saved me.
How would you get?
That would be a 31.
You only just save. You take 4 points of lightning damage. Cat
Beautiful.
or Ellie?
I got a 7, Terrador got a 20.
Okay, Terrador takes 4 points of lightning damage. Ellie takes 9, because I rolled terribly on this. And Kirv?
11.
11. You also take 9 points of lightning damage. Okay, that is the end of their go. Vinny, you're up.
Okay, it's one battle after another. Question.
Yep.
One of my flourishes is slashing flourish.
Yep.
Which allows me to deal the Bardic Inspiration die to the target and another target within 5 feet of it.
I'll allow that.
Would that work against a swarm? Okay, perfect. In that case, I'm going to use my action to attack and do that.
Okay.
With these, this swarm momentarily lit up, I'm going to jump right into the middle of it and swing wildly.
Okay.
Like pirouetting and jumping as I go, trying to just maximize the surface area of everything I have.
Mm. Okay, so that's only 1 damage dealt otherwise, but technically that's the best kind of roll, because it can't be halved below 1, so... That works.
Yeah.
Okay, so how much is the rest of the damage? So that's 16 plus 7, so 23.
Plus 7, 23, and then the 1 that's reapplied.
Yeah, so
Unfortunate.
that's- So either way, it's
not
12.
the other way around, but
Either way, it's 12 damage. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, it is looking badly wounded, or not at full strength.
Okay. Since I have attacked it, that means I can move here without provoking anything from it.
Yep.
Actually going to go here, and then I believe I will still get zapped if this does destroy it, but I'm still going to try and
Bonus
get some
action
extra
slash.
damage with my bonus action.
Go for it.
Evasion is just going to be a game changer for you.
Oh, it could be so good.
And yep, that will hit. And that is 9 points of damage halved to... Oh no, because that's rated to be
Hold on,
rolled.
to
so
advantage.
11
so-
halved to 5.
11 half to 5, yes.
Nice, an extra point of damage, which again still very much helps versus swarms.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, so roll out of its range, take another swing in, and I'll stay here.
Okay. Mortar, you're up. You're currently in darkness, but you can still see.
Yeah, indeed.
Or correct.
Okay.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you'd still be able to see both swarms because I believe it's a 30-foot blind sight you have, so you'll be fine.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to change my weapon. So, question. So obviously, I'm going to change my weapon to my shotgun, which does damage in a cone. Would I be able to hit multiple things of the swarm?
I'll allow it.
That?
Yeah, I'll allow it simply because it's a swarm. If it were a single creature, like same with Vinny, the slashing strike wouldn't work. But because it's a swarm, I'll allow it.
Okay, cool. 18 plus 11.
So that'll hit. So go ahead and roll again to see if the second attack would hit.
Okay. 3.
Plus
3 plus 11.
14? No. So only the first one hits.
Okay, so that's 2d4 plus 5. 6 plus 5 is 11 points of thunder damage.
Okay, which they are not resistant to. Okay. So 11 points of thunder damage goes straight through to them.
Beautiful.
Second attack?
I rolled my second attack. I missed with a 3 on the die.
Oh, but you're hitting it multiple times with each of your attacks.
Oh, right. Okay.
So
how many rolls do I make then? 2.
So it's 2 per attack. So you've made one attack and you've
gotcha.
hit
Cool.
the first one, the second one missed. So second attack, you have 2 more.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Okay.
So that hits.
19, and then second one, 13. So
that
24.
hits. Okay. So go ahead and roll.
Okay. So is that 4d4
plus 10?
10?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 23.
13 plus 10 is 23.
Okay. So, with 2 quick shots, a reverberating thunder otherwise echoes through the room. You watch as, on the first shot, a large number of them otherwise begin to almost fall and clump. As the second shot goes off, the entire swarm goes to the ground. And I would now like Kirv, Mortar, Ellie, and Pterodor all to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Oh god, this could be bad.
Well, it depends how low you are. I don't think I can roll that high for
I'm
it
on
to...
12.
Yeah, no, this can't kill you.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm like, cool. Hang in
That's
there.
pretty bad for me.
Funny as that would be.
Yeah, as funny
We
as that
both,
would be.
We both fail.
What did you get?
I got a 9 and Pterodor got a 7.
Okay, so you both take 5 points of lightning damage. What did you get, Mortar?
7.
14.
Yep, you're fine. You take no damage. And Kirv?
9.
Okay, you fail and take 5 points of lightning damage. At the end of the day, this is an attrition system. This isn't supposed to be done all at once, so small chips of damage are still useful.
I mean, my temporary hit points are now only just gone.
Well,
Show off.
meanwhile, Ellie is on 7 health, so you know, still a win-win. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the end of your go, Mortar?
And
Kirv, please make me a Constitution
so
save for
I've-
the concentration, please.
Oh, that's fair.
So I've got a bonus action now. So.
Oh, and Ellie.
I don't really.
So carry on.
No, you're fine. I was just going to say I don't think I have. I don't think there's anything in particular I can do just with the bonus action. So I will leave. I'll leave that be and end my turn.
Okay. Ellie, I forgot to mention you also have protection from energy lightning on you, so you're resistant to lightning damage. So you should have only taken 2, not 5. And the voltaic burst. And the voltaic burst before that, where you took 9 damage, should be halved to 4 instead. So regain 8 hit points from your 7 you're on. So you should be on 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Before that was force damage, so it wouldn't have worked for that. Okay, Romulus, you're up. There's 1 swarm left, and Vinny seems to be quite happily facing it off.
Heads up, darkness drops.
Okay.
Well, in that case, I will do my very best to assist. I believe this will provide me flanking.
Yes, it will.
Mathematically, would it be more beneficial for me to make use of the Ghost Steel Halberd? No, you know what? I'm going to just keep using Stagger. I think mathematically it does work out better in the long term. So, stabbity, or in this case, it's less of a stabbing, more of a slashing.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this now, from previously fighting these things, you know they're also resistant to cold, so it wouldn't make a difference. It would actually be better just to do a stagger. That does hit.
I will say, same rules as always in this case, as I've been doing this battle, which is...
Yep.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice. So that's 12 plus 15, 27, half to 13.
27.
That's enough. As with Stagger, you take one step forward, and with Vinny being, as they begin to almost swarm towards Vinny, you watch as the blade just kind of cleaves through the air, cutting a large portion of what was left down, before you watch as their bodies kind of begin to glow. And I would like Romulus and Vinny to both make me dexterity saving throws, please.
Okie dokie.
Oh, that's the highest roll of that damage yet.
Ah, shit! If I'd used the fucking reach of my thing, I could have avoided this.
You also wouldn't. You would have still got an advantage, but yeah. So, Vinny, what did you get?
14.
You succeed. You take no damage.
15.
15. You succeed. You take no damage.
Yeah.
DC for that is 12. Remember, these are things that you fought when you were like 4 levels lower. These are not high CR creatures. There's just a lot of them.
Yeah. Both of us simultaneously turn away from each other and do the cool guys don't look at explosions thing.
Yeah. But nobody can see Vinny doing it because everybody was otherwise looking into the lightning explosion. They only see Romulus do it. As he steals the limelight. You see Azera otherwise go up to the pillar, and you watch as he puts his hand out, and you note what looks to be a chain is floating there with... It looks quite different to Sychania. You note that it is, for one, shorter. It's only what looks to be 11 links, as opposed to Sychania's 20. You also note that the chain itself is smooth, and the plates are much more rounded, or teardrop shaped, as opposed to the kind of the wide wing fanned, or the wing looking plates that Sychania has. You also note that the crystal head is curved to a certain degree and kind of smooth, almost like a oval shape, and is what looks to be a deep blue coloration. As Azera kind of reaches forward and places his hand kind of on the edge of the pedestal, you watch as it slithers up his arm and wraps itself around before you watch as it kind of animates its head and looks towards him as he begins to talk. Given that this would be happening right at the end of combat, I would like, I'd say probably anyone who isn't Beau to go ahead and make me a perception check, because Beau's closest with this, so Beau will probably hear what gets said.
Ooh. This guy's going to be evil.
Is it what Azera is saying?
Azera is saying, yeah.
Okay.
This would just be with just.
What was that? Sorry.
Cool.
Perception.
Yeah, perception.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do I get any kind of like bonus because of observant?
Yes, I believe the.
Only got a.
Actually, no. From this angle,
13.
it wouldn't. No, from this angle, it wouldn't help because he's facing away from you, so you wouldn't be able to read his lips. So just regular perception check. And Mortar, in this instance, your goggles, even though it technically would only work for sight, I'd say it would still give you advantage on perception because they're magic items. So.
Oh, sweet.
Because I don't think it's.
That's good because I rolled a 2.
Does it specifically state that it's on sight-based stuff? I'm pretty sure it's just you get advantage.
Let me double check. I think I just get advantage on perception. Let me just double check, just to be. Vulture's eyes. That rely on sight, so I
Okay,
don't gain.
so you wouldn't get the
advantage, so
advantage
it'd
on
just be
this.
the 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'd just be the 2.
2 plus your perception, which might still be enough.
It'd be a 10 total.
Okay. Oh, Zara, you're not the subtlest person.
Oh,
You got a natural 1 on your stealth, so I think pretty much
So everyone
everybody.
hears this.
I think pretty much everyone would hear this.
Oh,
so,
that's good because I got 5.
Okay. And yeah, no, even with with the -5, that wouldn't matter. If he'd rolled a 2, that would have mattered. But so you otherwise hear him say, "It's good to have you back, Isabel. Yes. Time has passed. It's not been 2 weeks. Yes, it's possibly been several hundred years. Yes, you can. The individuals behind me are the people who helped me out of the cell. I'd been left in there for one reason or another, and I'm there to thank for it." And you watch as he turns, and you see kind of the head of this long crystal, or long chain with the crystal head, just kind of almost look around all of you. Everyone, this is Isabel. She says hello. And you see kind of Isabel's head just kind of nod in almost like a deeper bow. I'd say probably most of you are able to pick up, given you heard the conversation, it's quite possibly in gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pleasure to meet you, and hopefully we can all get out of here safely together.
Yes, I hope so too. We'll be helping them achieve whatever objective they're here for. I haven't asked specifics, but they helped me get you back. That's a good point, actually. He wanders over to the book and begins to write down a few more things. And you watch as there's a glow and it flips to a specific page before he kind of places his handprint on it. And you see what looks to be a robe appears on the pedestal before he writes something else down and kind of flips, and you watch as it flips again and he kind of places his hand on it. And you watch on the yellow pedestal next to you, Vinny, what looks to be this tiny red diamond. Or crystal, I should say, is left floating on the top of the pedestal.
Blood crystal?
I'll wear my robes again, but consider this payment. Hopefully this will help you out in times of need. And
I can't say I'm
towards it.
familiar.
It's a totality stone. Think of it, you can crush it and it will restore what vitality to you it can.
Holy shit. That's really cool.
Interesting.
For reference, a totality stone, you need to make a DC 10 strength check to crush it. Upon crushing it, you are healed for 20d6 plus 20 health. This is a supreme healing potion.
Okay. How many d6 was that?
20.
20.
Plus 20d6 plus.
Plus 20.
Okay. So the maximum amount of healing that could do is 140.
Yes.
Damn.
It won't fill out the max. It heals what the totality stone can. But this is
Yes, I know.
This is a way of basically going. This is something that you can use. It is a supreme healing potion, so it's something that you might want to save for a dire need, or in a moment where you need to swing something around in combat.
We greatly
I'm just gonna say,
appreciate
can I? I'm the only one with the hit points for it to matter.
You have to convince Kirv. She's already there. She's got her eyes set on it.
The rest of you watch. You watch as Zara kind of takes the robe off of the pedestal. He kind of takes off his what would be basically basic prison garments and just kind of puts them to one side and begins to put the robe on.
Does there appear to be any kind of magic happening within the robe at the moment?
With the robe he's putting on?
Yeah.
Yes, it is a very powerful magic robe, by the looks of it.
Okay. I guess I'll hit him with a what you call it? Let me just take a look.
Wait, why are you hitting him? He's our friend so far.
I'm going to hit him with a hunter's sense. I just want to make sure that I take note of his if this thing grants him any immunities or resistances or vulnerabilities.
Okay.
Just in case there is some bullshit happening.
Okay.
He's immune to all damage constantly because he's the best.
So, in this instance, you, as the robe is put on, you get a sense that he's going to need to attune to this robe before it actually takes its full effect. Okay. I'll say that's what you get from your hunter's sense. You sense that there are multiple different layers of magic to this. Some which seem defensive, some which seem protective, which is, in this case, different to defensive, and others which seem adaptive. So the robe itself is quite powerful because it seems to have almost a threefold enchantment to it. But it seems to have like multiple benefits that it applies to him. Well,
I'll walk past Kirv and I'll say, robe he's wearing is pretty magical. If he dies, let's make sure we get it.
So you pass by me?
Yeah, I say that to you.
Okay, cool.
Jesus fucking Christ! I am trying to get the totality stone.
Kirv is reaching out towards it.
How do we want to do this?
Is that what Romulus said?
Initiative.
I know that's Harlan asking genuinely to Chris mostly of like, huh?
Are you going
Initiative
to
on it,
try
or-
and convince, or
Who's
is
your
this going
favourite?
to be?
I've definitely got here first.
Okay, Kirv, you are
Oh.
normally on the back line.
Hmm?
Generally, I take a lot more damage than everyone else in the party. Is there any chance I could hang on to that?
I mean, just because I've got it in my bag doesn't mean I'm going to use it.
Yes, but if we need to use it, it will be significantly more difficult if someone else needs to grab it than if, say, the person who's up at the front, usually getting hit a lot. I just gesture at my body that still has multiple scars on it.
I will also
If I was
note,
to-
with the way the Totality Stone works, you cannot administer it to another creature unless they are conscious, because they have to crush the stone. You cannot crush it for
So
them.
really,
Can't put
So
it
if
in
anything,
their
it's probably-
hand and then...
What if you
It's
put it
probably
in their
better.
hand and then crush their hand?
it's probably better
Does
that one of the
count?
backline actually. It's probably better that one of the backline actually does it, because if it's on you and you fall unconscious, you won't be able to crush it. So it makes sense for one of us to be able to run
Yeah.
over to you and crush it over you.
Yeah, but
Again,
that's what
but
he's
as,
saying.
that's
as
what I'm-
Chris has just said,
That's what I'm saying.
someone who is
It's-
unconscious cannot crush it.
Yeah, so you
We
have
cannot
to
crush
be
it.
you
That's
have to
right,
be
that's what I
conscious
was-
to make the check. If
No,
another
no, as
person
in you
makes
need
the
to be
check,
conscious for it to work, not that someone needs to be conscious for it. The only person who can use it is someone who is conscious.
so if somebody is unconscious on the
Oh, I
ground,
see,
they
right.
cannot be healed by the stone. If you put it in their hand and
Oh, I
crush it,
see.
it won't do anything. It will just, at that point,
Waste it.
waste it. It
Oh, okay,
has
right.
to be crushed by the person, kind of in direct contact, for it to then heal them. So it's something that
So
it's conditionally useful. But again, it's a
Is
supreme
it in
healing
someone's
potion.
hand at the moment?
It's in my hand for sure. Sorry.
Okay.
And if it's alright, I was
For
going to say, for sure. Come on. She kind of looks at it and then looks at Romulus and says, "Speak my language."
I'm just gonna say, like, pick up like the one word I've picked up in Infernal, which is like, which basically means fuck.
Kirv rolls her eyes and means, no. I mean, offer me something.
Oh, right. In that case,
Oh, that's cool.
At this point, Azera is going to
I'm
use
just
a-
gonna offer you the napalm grenade.
Whoa. Do you hold out the grenade?
I hold out the grenade. What do you
Yes.
think?
Actually going to use 3 charges real quick.
Her eyes go wide, and
What is
she snatches the
Thingy doing
grenade and
right here?
passes the
Is
orb over.
Thingy Azera.
yes?
Azera's using some charges from Isabel, by the looks of it.
Okay.
Right,
Can I
I'm
try
just
to
gonna
determine
quickly
what
pass-
he's doing?
Seemingly casting magic. You see that Isabel otherwise just almost seems to kind of touch the back of his hand, and you watch as kind of a few of the wounds begin to close on his skin, and you watch as there's almost this light greenish sheen that covers his skin before it fades.
I'm just pasting you what the napalm grenade does.
Thank you very much. Sorry, I know Mortar spoke a concern to me, and then I didn't reply at all. Sorry.
That's good. He's used to it.
No, hey!
She was focused on loot.
Hey! I was focused on loot.
It's good. Don't worry.
Sorry, what were you saying, Mortar? As she just sort of like is holding the grenade in her hand.
Also, kind of after watching Thingy start casting spells and stuff, he just says, when he says it quietly, but he doesn't really care if this guy hears him or not. He will try to say it quietly. He just says, if this guy goes down, this route is pretty magical. Maybe either get a pretty penny for it, or maybe put it to some better use.
Make me a stealth check.
Can I? If this is below
With a
my
pistol.
my base my what's it called?
Passive perception.
The base perception, the
Passive.
passive perception. I will be listening in to this if it's below my passive.
I think
that's okay.
if it's below your passive, anybody's going to be listening.
That's fair. I'm wanting to react if I can, but I'm not going to I'm not actively listening, so.
That is a 13.
Is that with a plus
Nope, I
four?
hear that.
So
No, it wouldn't be with +4 because of the. It's not stuff. It's not a saving throw.
this is a
Oh
check.
yeah,
I-
sorry, I don't know why yep.
No, you're good.
So I'll say with this, you're saying this to Kirv. Beau, what are you doing at this point? Same with Ellie.
Ellie has, since he got Isabel back, she's currently laying on Terrador. Just look at Sygenia, but I miss my friend.
Okay. And Beau?
Beau is he kind of like peels away a little bit. He's kind of keeping an eye on Ezra.
So as you
He has no
hear-
interest in shiny objects, so
As you hear Mortar say this, you watch as Isabel kind of turns in his direction. And there's a note of Azera almost seems to kind of let out a little sigh and just nods to Azera.
You made him feel bad.
I'll get a cigarette out, start smoking to try and look normal, inconspicuous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Isabel instinctively almost begins to kind of reach for you before kind of Azera kind of pulls Isabel back. I don't think that's what he wants.
I'm just going to be shooting Mortar the dirtiest look.
Mortar's used to this, so he just kind of looks at Romulus, shrugs, and says, "Just saying, a corpse doesn't have any need for it."
This guy runs into a wall 4 times. He just comes out with the best stuff.
I don't know if this is of necessarily any interest. Otherwise, looking to you here, Vinny. As I think he'd probably, out of everybody, he probably trusts you and Ellie the most. And Ellie seems to be lamenting off in the corner.
Ow. Hurtful, but okay.
Look, he trusts you enough. It's just that Vinny is closest. He doesn't trust Mortar at all. Doesn't trust Kirv at all. Knows that Beau's keeping his distance, so fair enough. So probably trusts Vinny the most.
Okay, I'll look over at him as he says this.
The last time the storage room was used was 16 years ago.
Okay.
Okay, is there any more information about who or why?
No. The only thing that was noted is that the items in question were of personal benefit to the individual who removed them. They were items of their own making, perhaps. So somebody else is awake in here, potentially.
Okay, that's... I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I feel like that's probably bad.
What's bad?
16 years ago, someone else used the storage room. Do you know when it was last used before that?
What it says here... No, from what I can see, it seems to delete old records beyond 100 years. So, at some point before then.
Okay.
So it's only been used once since. Or, well, by one person in what looks to be the withdrawal of 3 items.
Just to check, is the withdrawal entirely based on the individual who's doing the withdrawing, or is there a general stock?
It's based on the individual. So, for example, my magical signature's within the system, so I can search up items that are of personal effect to me. If supplies were removed, then it would state supplies under the ledger, and anyone can remove those provided they have enough clearance. Doesn't necessarily need a magical signature. It would just need authority from admin.
Cat should, with Titania, have the ability to remove general supplies then?
Yes. By the looks of it, from the general logs, doesn't look like there's many, if any, general supplies left. Only looks like there's a few bundles of paper that have been left behind.
Oh well, I think we'll be taking those.
Sure,
Okay, well,
I can
I mean,
do that.
Even if there is
Sorry,
some,
did I say cat again? Fuck, sorry.
That's right.
You're good.
even if there is someone alive in here, it doesn't matter. We'll deal with them.
Okay, that sounds very murdery. We will ascertain whether they are a problem or whether they are good, and we will, deal with them according to that rhetoric and rubric.
Because we're always so lucky to deal with the nicest of people at the most opportune of times. That is what happens to us.
Springs are fucking eternal.
Oh yeah, okay. I believe that one.
Let's just not go into our interactions with them expecting to be killing them, okay? If things go south, we can always change plans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Works for me.
You said you think they might still be here. I assume they would have had a hard time leaving?
To an extent. I mean, this place is naturally warded against unauthorized entry and exit from here. Protected against teleportation magic, planar magic. The only way in or out is either through an official pathway, which would lead out onto the bridge, or alternatively through the ley gates. But the ley gates are guarded by the architect. If we wanted to get out through there, they would... Well, I'd hope they'd be able to deal with them.
Okay.
Is there a
Am I
record
misunderstanding?
as to the... No, after you.
Sorry, am I misunderstanding something? This was 16 years ago.
Yes.
So why do we think that they're still here? I mean, how long do mortal material planers live anyway?
In
1 year, 2, 3, 4, 10.
I mean, in my lifetime,
Depends where you are.
individuals used to live several hundred years.
Oh, buddy, I am so sorry. We do that is it's gone downhill from there.
He is a half-elf, notably. So, a couple hundred years for him is the equivalent of like a human lifespan. So, most individuals probably had some form of elven genes in them to have longer life.
Okay. Right, so they probably haven't died of old age, and the facility takes care of itself?
Yes.
So I guess they would have had food.
They would have had food, water, access to hygiene, utilities and consumables that they'd otherwise need, along with...
Is there a name?
No.
Is there a name attributed with who woke up, like a manifest or anything, or like a means of dictating with certain things?
I don't.
Yeah, but is there like a place where that would be stored?
Oh, the site wardens would be the ones who would have usually dealt with information like that. But if the site wardens are gone, then that information wouldn't have been catalogued. Otherwise, the architect would be the only one who knows what would be within Zakers.
All right.
Okay. Sounds like a plan then. We still need to find where we can get Cychania repaired. I believe you said that was nearby?
Yes, so there should be, and he points to the doorway to the south. There is a ritual room through there. The ritual rooms tend to be guarded in case a ritual goes wrong, but in theory you should be able to otherwise head in there and initiate a base ritual for systematic repairs. You might need supplies from the maintenance room, but now that we've cleared that out, you might be able to get what you need from there.
Are there more of those? It's gonna nod to Isabel. Are there more of those around?
What, the foci in general, or just pieces?
No, the foci.
They would have been assigned to individuals. They would have been kept under the architect's security. I don't know if we'd have spares or extras. I mean, I don't know the situation with which Zakers was abandoned. If it was an emergency, then I imagine everything would have been stored or used.
You did say it seemed like they were running out of basic resources. Let's... If we can go and find this architect, we should be able to get this information, right? Assuming they won't attack us on sight.
The architect will be at the ley gates. I mean, the architect might be aggressive, given the... You watch as Isaiah kind of just generally gestures to the Archmites and the cleaved in half overseers. These are his domain. They control all of the constructs throughout Zakers. They send them necessary requirements. It's... it's quite possible that he's hostile, doesn't like your presence here. I hopefully, now that I have Isabel, should be able to move around freely, but I won't necessarily be able to grant clearance. At the end of the day, I wasn't somebody who goes places. I usually just stayed in my room.
That's fine. We'll deal with our problems the way we usually do.
And how's that?
Stunning amount of
Mortar
violence.
spins his weapon. Mortar spins his weapon and looks at her.
Yeehaw.
Beau just mutters yeehaw under his breath.
Yeah. As he takes a swig of his
Cloud of
little,
smoke.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my word. Okay.
Sorry, were we being serious?
Like, Ellie comes over. So, well, we were told we had to meet someone. So, that could be him. And it communicated through that big thing.
That big thing?
Right, is it the Centurion or what's the
The
big one called?
The Arc Knight is the legendary. It is the legendary, the large one.
Okay. Yeah, via a Arc Knight.
That was probably the architect then. And if they've communicated and want to meet, then I don't know why they'd be attacking you, but unless there's something wrong with the
trial?
system. Trial?
Yeah, probably a test.
Well, there's a lot to this. Basically, there's something big and scary that wants to kill everything that ever lived. Consume its souls.
Ellie, whoa. Should we be saying this kind of stuff to no offense, someone we don't really know?
In fairness, if he's coming with us, he's probably gonna find out.
If you're referring to the creature that's in your arm, then I'm aware of its consciousness, and I'm aware that it's been trying to get into my mind ever since I showed up.
Huh.
It's persistent,
has?
I'll give it that. Yes.
Yeah.
It's been
We'll
trying
just
to
shrug it off.
It's been trying to talk to me. I've been shrugging it off. I'm not useless by any account.
No,
I
well,
will
what
just
I'm
stress,
saying
no
is
one
just-
here thinks you're useless. Minotaur is just distrustful.
What I'm more thinking is, none of us have noticed it trying to get into our minds. Except for Cat, of course.
Really?
Is it a chain thing? Do you need to have a chain for it to try and get in your head?
No, it's. I mean, it's
About being
been
Runeborn?
maybe.
Maybe.
All I know is it's been trying, but not successfully.
I'm just gonna look at Cat's arm. Listen here, you little shit.
Ellie's arm.
Fuck!
Which one specifically? There's one with a mouth, and there's one with tentacles.
I'll go with the one with. There aren't any ears, are there?
No, their
No,
eyes.
I'll be very
Why
disturbed.
am I elbow?
Okay, I'll go for one of the eyes, because then they can read my lips. Listen here, you little shit. Stop trying to fuck around with people. It's not going to work. You're wasting your own energy. And let's be honest here. What are you gonna do? Huh?
Oh, gone and said it now.
Anyhow, right. So, Cat, I would say grab the general supplies available. If there's any ink or paper, I know that you are particularly fond of those. Making use of them is not a bad idea.
Fair. Alright, I'll go over and I'll try and see if I can collect ink and paper.
Okay, you go over to the book, and it asks you, "What do you want me to retrieve?" What do you want to retrieve? Sorry.
So I'll put magical ink and just papers.
Magical ink and paper.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. You get 300 GPs worth of each.
Oh,
Nice.
Does that just work for anything?
Yeah, can Kirv go over to it?
That works for, well, the supplies otherwise for Ellie, which you retrieve. But yeah, you go over to the book, and the book says,
Yeah.
what do you want me to retrieve?
Pickles.
It doesn't do anything.
Mortar will walk over to it, and he'll say, "A new foci. Mine got broken."
It doesn't respond.
Worth a try.
Well, yeah, clearly it only didn't work because it knows the singular is focus.
Stew.
There's no
Mortar will
response.
try again. He'll say, "A new focus.
There
Mine
is-
got broken."
There is no response.
Maybe it just doesn't like you then.
Are we
shocker.
when are we supposed to tell them that it's not going to work because they're not registered on the system?
I don't know. They've run
This is to a zero, by the way.
Azera looks at you, and there's a look of, let them keep trying.
Ellie, get me some pickles.
So, what are the other pedestals? Like they just.
They're for retrieving items. It's so that you can batch retrieve items, and then you'll be able to get them sent to each of the 4. It means multiple individuals can
Right.
use this chamber at the same time.
Okay, well that makes sense. But okay, is there like anything else in the general supplies that would be available?
I mean, general supplies. There's. But as he otherwise goes over, the book's currently being occupied by the 2 nitwits, Tweedledee and Tweedledum,
Is there any
looking for pickles and
food?
stew.
Perhaps
Hey.
the cafeteria was still operational, or would I have to go to the cafeteria for that?
That would be the cafeteria for food and other
Okay.
bits and pieces. This is more just
Edibles.
for magical supplies for those who might need it. There
Any-
is incense. There seems to be 70 GP's worth of incense and 60 of charcoal.
Oh my god. Yes, please.
Yes, I believe Cat grab those. Is there any wood? Any magical wood in there?
That would probably be under personal effects, unfortunately. Most
Right,
raw,
and there's
raw
no way
materials would be
to-
requested for any crafting.
There's no way to sort of trick the system, is there? Without the warden access.
No.
I don't know. I tried pretty persuasively to get this book to give me a focus, and it didn't work. So
Okay, so there are. Is this visual representation on here correct?
Yes, there is a magical sigil below it which changes color based on which pedestal it's going to send it to, and the book moves with whoever it's facing.
Okay. Can I just have a look and see if... and Kat, can you have a look with me? I basically want to see if like any of the sigils align to any of the runes I've worked with or anything like that. Basically see if there's any way to use some knowledge of the arcane to potentially access items that would otherwise be restricted.
I mean, we could try, but this is like hyper advanced. I couldn't even work out a chair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's give it a shot.
I would like to be looking with you to try and provide you the help action.
Yeah. So
And using my knowledge of runes, which are a very ancient form of magic, to potentially offer some insight to provide you the advantage.
I'll say you'll be able to perform the help action and you'll lower the DC slightly. So Ellie, if you would please make me an Arcana check with advantage versus a DC 28.
God, I need to get a nat 20.
No.
No.
Looking at these runes, they are runes to a certain degree, but upon closer inspection, much like a lot of this, the runes are runes within runes. You kind of get a little bit of a closer look and an inspection of it, and you can see that within the runes themselves are made up of fine writing and other singular runes. This is a very complicated enchantment, and from what you can tell, this is of an order of magnitude that is far higher than anything you've seen thus far. This is an enchantment which quite possibly spent decades being built.
Well, there is absolutely no way we can work this out, is there? But
I don't know. You could let Kirv have a crack at it.
What's your
promise
arcana?
not to break it.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. -2.
Okay, you have disadvantage. Even with a natural 20, you can get to 23 only. There's no way you can succeed on this.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, so I think then what I would like to do is just very simply say, right, well, this could be useful for learning later down the line. It is a rather impressive bit of enchantment. I don't know much about these things, but I know that this might be something that would be a wonder to a large number of individuals, something that would be worth studying. Alongside that, what's with all of the books?
I am not certain. I believe that they're catalogues of what's been put in and what's been taken out. There would usually be some scribes in here that would usually man the book stations and be able to search up if there were specific items in question individuals were after.
Wait. Does that mean there might be a Sorry, Romulus and Rust. Does that mean there might be a record of the individual 16 years ago?
If there
That's what I was saying.
if there were scribes here, yes, but
That's unlikely.
That's unlikely. And the information that would be in the books would be of record for items that were of personal effect to individuals. They were stored and guarded. If we start trying to read the books, it's likely that we're going to come out of it with less brain cells than some of you already have.
Hey.
I
And,
never
uh,
specified.
Awful comfortable there, pal.
Kirv
Getting real
just pats,
comfortable.
Kirv pats Mortar's shoulders. It's alright, he didn't mean it, buddy.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. We can't take any of the bits of the Archmites because it'll just get collected up later, right?
Yes, yeah, they'll resurrect while you're busy having a long rest and start attacking you and signal for help. So, if you want to have a safe space, you can't take them with you.
All right. So, where should we? We've gone to the storage room. You've got Isabel. We've probably made use of everything we can reasonably get a hold of.
If we want to repair Cychania, we'll need to head
Ellie's
to...
at the door already. This way.
Okay. Yes, indeed.
That seems like the way to go. Is everyone happy to push on, or do we want to take a moment?
Bear in mind, she's so impatient. She hasn't actually done any healing. She's still on 15 hit points.
I would so love to rest, but I'm happy. But I believe we were waiting for Isabel to be had before we rested, so I can't recall quite what the order of operations was going to be.
Depends what
We
people
had an
want to
order of operations.
do. Is there anything you wanted to do, Beau, while you were wandering about?
No, to be fair, I'm pretty happy. I could do with a rest, but at the same time, if people want to push on, I'm happy to push on.
Yeah. And did anybody else want to interact with the book at all? No? Okay.
Apparently not.
Okay.
We're marching in.
You begin to push on into the next chamber, and onto the ritual room you go, with hopefully the intention to repair Cychania. So, for the stream, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We won't be back next week, unfortunately, as we have multiple members of our party missing, so we'll be back the week after. So for everybody, that means that we'll be back on the 1st of June. Yes. Okay, well, thank you everyone. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye.